another episode of For the Love of the Game, episode 35. It's myself, Dre. I'm joined by Ronaldo. How you doing? Good?
Yeah. We're back.
Yep. It's been a long, 4 or 5 weeks since we last recorded. And obviously, we have to take a little break for the World Cup. Um, Talking just before we come on air about how good the final was. I think that is just the perfect place to start, really. I think it's undeniable when we say it's the greatest World Cup final of all time. Um, what's your thoughts? A couple of days removed from what from a great final and Argentina and Messi collecting his World Cup.
Boy, what can you say, man? It was best final I've seen in the history of watching football. So memorable.
Mm,
It's crazy. Like when you go through the game, how it panned out. It was amazing, man, to say the
mm,
least. But boy, I'm gonna keep it real. I was supporting France still. You know what I mean?
mm.
So yeah, it was a bit somber in the end, but I have to say, Messi deserves it, innit? Football won, man. Messi was pure
Oh,
class.
100%, 100%,
He deserved it. You
100%.
know what I mean? He's a top player, world class, man. One of the
Mm.
best in our generation, you know? Right. Solidified it, certified it with the World Cup.
Yeah,
Scoring two as well. Oh, Jay, you know what I mean? But yeah, bro, I'll let you get into it.
let's get into the game because I feel like that's been missed by everyone. Really, everyone's talking about. We're gonna get to Messi and Mbappe in a bit, but the game itself, Argentina dominated for pretty much 80 minutes, and then Mbappe said to everyone on that pitch that was wearing a France jersey, "Yo, come, we're not losing like this." Um, Before we get to that bit, let's talk about Argentina because to me, I think that final that was the best performance from Argentina throughout the whole tournament. What was your thoughts on Argentina up to the 80-minute mark?
Yeah, they dominated that game from the start, from the get go. They dominated that match. They was the better team first half. Better team. It changed in the last 5 minutes in the first half. Deschamps changed it a bit, but they dominated the game, man. I would agree. That performance, yeah, you could say it's up there. Yeah, it's their best performance. Got them the trophy, so definitely that's their best first half
Mm.
performance.
Oh
Because
yeah.
yeah, second half I reckon they slacked a bit. They started thinking about lifting the trophy
Mm,
took their foot off the gas a bit, and that just encouraged France to get onto them. But yeah, man, I would say
mm.
definitely, man, that first half performance dominated France. Yeah.
And on the flip side, France, shocking first half. Do you think it was literally Argentina were too good or France were that bad first half?
No, I reckon it's a mixture of both. I reckon tactically Argentina was just on point, man. France got it wrong in it. You know what I'm saying? Hence the reason why the manager changed it. The Jumps changed it. He didn't wait for the halftime whistle. Nothing. You know what I mean? He knew he had to change it. Otherwise, it would have been worse. 3-4 nil at halftime. You know what I'm saying? It's curtains. Game's over.
Mm. What did you think of Deschamps subbing off Giroud and did you take off Dembele at the same time? Yeah, he took them to a 5 minutes before half time. Giroud may be a bit unlucky because he wasn't getting any service, but Dembele was absolutely shocking and gave away a penalty for the first goal. You got? Do you think it was necessary for him to take them two off at that time? He could have waited till half time, or was it needs must?
It was. It was. It needed a change. Watching the game, supporting France, you could see something needed to change. Otherwise, it would have been worse. As I said before, it would have been 3-4 nil. Argentina was that good. They had it on smash tactically, midfield, up front, breaking, sitting deep when need to. You know what I'm saying? Soaking up
mm,
pressure, breaking on them. They just look a threat every time they had the ball, Argentina. They look as if they're gonna score. So France offered nothing going forward. Dembele was shocking, as you said, bro. That's the thing about Dembele. You don't know what you're gonna get with him. You know what I
mm.
mean? Like you turn up here
So
and he
true.
give you a performance like in the final. You're thinking, mate, who are you? Like, do you play for Wigan or something? Like Stockport or something, bro. You know what I'm saying? And then now
Mm,
it's like on another day we turn up. You're thinking, yeah, we can see why you're at Barcelona. You know what I mean? But it was
mm.
shocking, man. I think, yeah, them changes. Top class managers make big decisions, man. They change games in it,
Yeah, that
so
is true.
you have to
Also,
respect it,
the first goal Dembele's fault, but the second goal, I think even Tchouaméni, I think that game just swallowed him up. I think that game was too big for him because he looked lost at sea. That whole midfield three, Rabiot, Tchouaméni, and Griezmann just looked lost at sea. And that second goal, where it was a brilliant goal, one of the best goals of the tournament, team wise. Um, what the hell was Tchouaméni doing, bro? It's like he let McAllister just run off him.
bro.
Like,
To be fair to him, it was too quick, Jay. It's the one touch play in it. McAllister's a clever player, you know. He's underrated, you know. See that one time
hey,
layoff to Messi? He didn't even look, bro. He knew where Messi was. You know, like that. When
his
you're
stock
playing
has
with
gone
top
up.
class, when you're playing with top class players, your game improved, bro. Trust me, bro. Because
That's true.
McAllister, yeah, the way he played it first time and spun, yeah, Tremaine didn't know what was going on. By the time he realized
Mm.
McAllister's gone, by the time he looked around, like, where's McAllister? Like, where's that Scottish Argentinian guy? Where did he go, bro?
Man, like
He's
Paddy.
gone. You know what I mean? He's gone.
Mm.
He's gone. Like, trust me, bro. And the ball he played to Di Maria,
That
class.
was a brilliant ball.
Perfect ball. You know what I mean? Like,
Brilliant ball.
perfect.
Mm.
Perfect, bro. Come on, like, you have to give him credit. Like, but to be fair,
100%.
Chimoni, good player, but that midfield three that Argentina had there, they had Griezmann on smash. He couldn't find no
Oh,
space. He couldn't go nowhere. Wherever he
this why
went,
I
yeah.
said. That's why I said that this Argentina performance is the best since best of the World Cup because that's the Argentina I was watching that slapped up Italy in that little I don't know what they called that little tournament back in the summer. I think it was like the European champions against the South American champions, isn't it? Italy played Argentina at Wembley, innit? Bruv, Argentina hounded Italy, and that's exactly what they did to France, innit? Whenever Griezmann got the ball, three man around him. Whenever Rabiot got the ball, three man around him. Same with Tchouaméni. Whenever Griezmann got the ball, three man around him. Like they shut off the supply line to Mbappe non-stop. Like you didn't even know Mbappe was on the pitch until about the second half, bro. Like that was a complete performance for 80 minutes by Argentina, in it. And like, boy, that midfield three, like you said, man, boy, they had a rude awakening on Sunday.
Like,
A rude awakening.
Enzo Fernandez, yeah, he has to get a mention in it
Yeah.
because he was different class. Like, he had Griezmann in his pocket, bro.
Well,
Griezmann
you
had
know
no
what?
space,
For the listeners that don't know about Enzo Fernandez, because you've been raving on about him for a while, yeah. Let the listeners know about Enzo Fernandez.
bro. This is top class. Obviously, the listeners, if they've been listening, like you said, I've been speaking about this kid, yeah. Like, even I mentioned him. I think I said Man United should have signed him. I can't remember, but I
Mm,
think I have. But bro, now his stock's gone up. He's only 21 years old, you know. Starting in the World Cup final, yeah, he didn't put a foot wrong, bro. Or should I say feet? You know what I mean, Jay? Because this guy was everywhere. I see him
mm,
dancing in the middle. He could do whatever he wanted to do. You
mm,
get what I'm saying? He had so much time on the ball. He was picking his pass. He was having a field day. As a midfielder, yeah. When you're picking your passes and you're relaxed, whenever the ball breaks, he's there. He's the cleanup guy. Whenever they're attacking and they push France back and they're in their box defending, whenever France clear the ball, second ball, he's there. It's always there. Like perfect game, man. You deserve that
mm.
silver ball for me, innit? Best young
Oh
player in the
yeah,
tournament.
100%,
You deserve that. He's a
100%.
world class player already at 21. Like seriously,
Mm.
the kid's a
And
baller, man.
he can play 10, can play an 8, he can play in 6.
And this is
Like,
why they were so good in the night trade because them
mm,
midfielders they have, yeah. Like where does McAllister play? He was Messi's support. He was a link up. He was playing
mm,
10. You get what I'm
mm.
saying? For Brighton, he plays where? Centre mid. You get what I
Yeah,
mean, bro? You know what I'm saying? Like DePaul, he's the tackler, he's the DM. But you know what I'm saying? He's on Messi's side. So it's so balanced here. It's so perfect. You have to give credit to the manager as well. Youngest manager in the World Cup. He got it right, man. He was brave. He made big decisions, straight. Big decisions.
yeah.
Like bringing in
Throughout the
Enzo.
tournament. Mm.
Enzo came in, he scored that amazing goal. You remember outside the box, curled it
Yep.
in. After that, he was a mainstay. He was in the team. I like
Um,
managers like that.
also, also Alvarez, because Lautaro Martinez was
Oh,
starting the tournament. My man said, "Nah, we're gonna start Alvarez." I
and
think
he's
didn't he
been
come on and
amazing.
score a goal?
Yeah,
Came on
and
and
he's been
scored a goal, and
amazing.
then he bagged what 4 goals in the tournament.
21 as
First
well.
goal,
Don't forget.
exactly, exactly.
You
And
know
that
what I mean?
that, that amazing goal he scored. Well, lucky, well, kind of lucky, but he went on a run in it. So that goal when he went on that run against who was it? Was it Holland? Yeah, I think it was Holland, isn't it? Yeah, you can't knock it, man. I think
Nah, it was
that's what
Croatia. Croatia.
Croatia.
Yeah,
Yeah, it
Croatia.
was Croatia. Innit? Yeah,
Stubborn
to
team.
me, you can't knock it. Like that's a great manager. I wouldn't say good manager. You know what? As an international manager, you don't have to be great to win a tournament, innit? But you just that's a good manager. Like you know, if something's not working, put- you fix it. The guy that's playing well stays in the team. Simple. You
Exactly.
know what I
It's a
mean?
tournament, Dre. Like you just said. That's what you're supposed to do. You play the players that's on form.
We play a
You know what I
form.
mean?
Yeah,
It's
exactly.
not you don't play players into form. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah. And this is why I say we're going to touch on England later, but with Southgate, Rashford bagged 2 goals and he got dropped.
exactly.
You
Poor.
look at Alvarez, man scored, stayed in the team, bruv. Like Ramos for what's his name? Portugal bagged a hat trick. He's not get Ronaldo didn't come in the team the next game. Oh, Ramos started. You know what I mean?
Tournament football, bro. You gotta
It's
play the players
tournament
that's
football. Yeah,
banging.
exactly.
You know what I'm saying? And like, you gotta have a plan. You gotta have a trick up your sleeve, bro. You know what I'm saying? You gotta have something
Mm,
like a game changer or something. Like, I don't know, man. But yeah, bro, that manager Scaloni deserves all the credit, bro. Youngest manager in the
100%.
tournament, lift the trophy. You know. But yeah,
100%.
second
But
half,
second half, we have to get to the second half. It was
mad thing.
kind of it was petering out until it got to the 80th minute, and then boy, penalty pretty much out of nowhere. Mbappe gets one back. You're thinking, okay, grandstand finish. Nah, Mbappe said, nah, we're gonna take this. I'm not letting this get to the 80th or 90th minute. I'm getting my goal now. Um, we all watched it together at Richie's spot. Big up to Richie as well, Richie Spice, you know, for
Yeah, yeah.
hosting us on Sunday and that. Boy, we all I think we all got up and were absolutely shocked. We were gasped when we saw that equalizer. What was your immediate thoughts when Mbappe shaped up to hit that volley?
Bro, I was thinking, nah, don't do it. Take a touch, control it. You know what I
Mm,
mean? You got time. But that's why he's Kylian Mbappe, bro. You know what I'm
mm,
saying? Because he's thinking, yep, I see the goal. I'm a killer. I'm gonna execute. But bro, that's world class, man. To be honest, like
mm,
that wasn't even in my thought. I wasn't even thinking. That didn't even come into my, you know what I'm saying, Jay,
mm,
imagination. That's how crazy the you is, bro. That shows how elite he is. You know what I'm saying, Dre? Because like,
mm.
I'm not even on the pitch playing, and I couldn't even think of that. You know what I'm saying, bro? When I'm sitting
Yeah,
down
for
there,
real, for real.
and for him to think to do that, like in the moment, and score and execute it on point. You know what I'm saying, bro? Like, fuck it, bro. pardon my language, bro, but levels. That's one of the best goals I've ever seen in a World Cup final, ever. You know what
Oh
I
yeah,
mean?
yeah, yeah, 100%. I
Like, ever.
that's I'm not even gonna lie. In that moment, I was like, bruv, this guy is going to be a. He's. I want. I'm not gonna say he might be a different type of goal in it. Messi's his own type of goal in terms of what he's done, generational talent. But I think Mbappe, that goal for me solidified everything I needed to know about Kylian Mbappe, bruv. He's got that gene of I'm gonna carry my team on my back. I'm not losing 2-0. I'm not gonna go out like a loser like these other countries and that. Like, if there's a bro, it's like if you give him a sniff, he's taking it. He reminds me
Yeah,
of
100.
he reminds me of the NBA, like Giannis. Like, bro, give the man a sniff, and man will let you down for 40 points, bro. 40 points, 15 rebounds, calm. Give the man a sniff, he's taking it. Mbappe the same. Like, we even said it during the game on Sunday, like, it's only 2-0. France get a goal, it's game on. Before you can even say game on, it's 2-2, bruv. And
And in that
boy,
fashion, and the way the two teams,
exactly.
ho,
And
ho,
you know
ho,
the way it came about, it was like the whole momentum just went switch all the way over to France, bruv. So for
bro.
like the
You
next
hear what
20
you just
minutes,
said, bro? Bro, football's mad like that. Coleman, like Messi, give me that. Take that from Messi,
yeah,
you know, like you said, that's the momentum
exactly.
swinging. It's
He's
Messi on
got
the ball,
killer.
you know, like
Mbappe
that.
is a killer. He's a
Feed
killer.
me early, you know, like feed me and that.
He's got that ability to snatch the soul out of a team. You know, he snatched the soul out of Argentina, bro. Di Maria's crowned on the bench, bro, twice.
Yeah, 100,
Listen,
100. Like Otamendi had his hands on his head, he couldn't believe it.
I
He
listen,
looked at Romero like, what just
listen.
happened? He
If
turned around and
bro,
looked at him
if boy,
like,
if Mbappe had a better cast around him, that wouldn't even gone to extra time. I'm telling you, they would have scored again, bro.
100%, Jay. You made a valid point because
I'm telling you.
Scaloni straight away, extra time, got them. Martinez got these
Yep,
fresh legs, which is quality.
yep,
We know they're
yep.
rubbish, but he played a part in it. The shot that Messi scored, you know what I mean? Like, but come on, they're still quality players. Like, they might have a rubbish tournament, but they're better quality than what France is bringing up, for example.
Exactly,
You know what I mean? Like,
exactly.
to Ram. Uh, what's
Oh, bro.
money?
Kolo Moani, bro.
Can't run Arnie or whatever his name. I don't
Kenwin
know what.
Jones, bro.
You
Kenwin
know what I'm
Jones, bro.
saying? Yeah, bro. So, like you said in it, that's what the manager
Like,
he swung it back in his favor, man. But
I never, you know what? I've watched football for many, many years. Yeah, I've never seen momentum just switch within minutes like that. Like the game had gone from Argentina looked beaten
yeah,
for a good
hundred
portion
percent,
of extra time as well. Like
100%.
if France had a bit more composure at the back, because we'll get to Argentina's third goal now. Yeah, if France weren't so gun ho and a bit more composure about them, they probably could have snatched it even in extra time, innit? But at some point, just became like it was a basketball game, back and forth. And for the third goal for Argentina, it just seemed like France went for their formation was 3-0-7, bro. Because there's just three man at the back and seven man trying to get the winner, and then Argentina were just there to pick them off on the break. And then,
Yeah,
as we say, that man was there to big moments, big players. Lionel Messi. At that moment, there, you just thought, "Wow, Messi's just snatched the soul out of France," because it looked like the whole momentum of that game in extra time was France up until Messi scored the goal to put them 3-2 ahead. Did you think at that point it was game over?
like I said, bro, I know I'm gonna sound a bit like, but I don't know. Like after what I saw Killian did, bro, I was thinking,
Mm,
come on, we're gonna get one more chance because
mm,
I was supporting France. So you know what I mean? It was a bit like I had belief, more hope. You know what I mean? To be
yeah.
fair, I thought Messi's the goal in it. He's done it. You know what I'm saying? Like you said, the momentum swung back with Argentina. The
Mm,
fans and that was going crazy. The atmosphere was nuts, bro. Come on. Extra time, 3-2. You're thinking, that is it, man. Like I was
mm,
hoping more than, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
open.
and then the dying embers of extra time. Um, some say it was a dubious penalty, but his arm was in a natural position, so you have to give it. Kylian Mbappe, probably the biggest World Cup penalty of all time. Like, and we're gonna touch on another guy that missed the penalty later, but the calmness in which he took that penalty, I've run out of superlatives for Kylian Mbappe. It takes balls
I
to
hear
take
you.
us
I hear you.
to take a second penalty,
Icy,
especially.
cold, killer, cold-blooded. Jay.
Well,
It's like
yeah,
he couldn't wait. Look, if you watch the
yeah,
replay,
yeah. He was biting at the bit.
you
He
know,
was
like
like he
thank
couldn't
you,
stop moving his legs. Yeah, yeah,
thank
yeah. He just wanted to take the penalty. He knew what he was gonna do. He knew he was gonna score. He knew he was gonna score.
he sent him the wrong way, bro. Don't forget that part. He sent him the wrong
That's true. That is true.
like, it's a World Cup final, 3-2. Martinez, the craziest keeper in the world, is thinking, nah, he had a penalty earlier. He went that way. Surely he's gonna go the net.
Mm,
No, stuck it in side net.
mm,
Kids
mm.
class, man. Come on, man. This is like our generation Pele we're watching. You know what I mean? In my eyes, like he was so
Hey,
cold, yeah. He's
you know
so cold.
what?
Like,
I
don't
didn't want to
forget,
say
bro,
that on
yeah.
Sunday. I
I'm
didn't
not
want to say that
cutting
on
you,
Sunday,
but don't
But go on.
forget, my bro, yeah. It was him that won the penny. The kid's
Mm,
inspirational. You know what I mean? It's like when the ball went to him, you're like, do something. You know what I'm saying? The hope's there now. Like you're expecting it now. You know what I'm saying?
mm,
Like Argentinians, they're worried, bro. They're worried. Hence the reason why they gave away a penalty. Like three of them jumping to block the shot, bro. They know that's Mbappe, fam.
mm.
And he tucked it
You
away,
know, and
sent the keeper the wrong way. Hat trick for the hat trick as well. World Cup final, bro.
exactly.
Come on, man. That's our generation, Pele, bro.
Hey,
100,
phew. You know what?
100%.
That the thing that I hate about this like generation, we love to compare players to what we've seen previously, or oh, he's the new R9, or he's the new Henri. I'm not even gonna lie. I don't think we've seen anything like Kylian Mbappe. I don't think we've seen anything like what like. R9 had pace, but he had a bit of like to him, a bit of flair, class to him, innit? There's something different about Kylian Mbappe, bruv. Like he's a killer. Like he's a proper killer. Like he's someone that you don't have to see him for 85 minutes. But boy, you could be losing 1-0. He might bag you a little 3-minute, 5-minute hat trick, bruv, and he'll just take the game away from you, and you've won the game 3-1, bruv. Like his pace is mad, his finishing is class, and he's got that that gene where he will carry a team. Like like Gerrard used to have that for Liverpool, where
Yeah.
Like Gerrard's played with some bums at Liverpool, but as soon as you got Steven Gerrard on the pitch, you're not out of the game. That's Mbappe, bro.
It's that world
Because
class quality, man.
it, listen, like to me, and what he's on 12 World Cup goals already.
Hmm. In like what, 14 games?
Two two tournaments. What that's
14 games, 12
he's
goals
four,
in a World Cup.
he's four behind the record for goals in the World Cup.
Come on, bro. It's the new generation Pele. The reason why I
Yeah.
compare players, yeah, is because these men have set the bar in it. Like Maradona, that's the bar.
Mm,
That's how we know that these players are at the pinnacle of excellence. You know what I mean? It's
mm,
like see Messi, yeah. Everyone's like, oh, is he the greatest? Is he? But see when they achieve these things, yeah, we can say, yeah,
mm,
he is.
mm.
You know what I mean, Drake? So this is why I compare like Mbappe to Pele. Like for our generation, yeah, that's like watching Pele, bro. Like a young
Mm.
kid came to the World Cup, just took the mick last World Cup. This World Cup, it's the same. You know
And
what
it's
I'm saying?
and you know what's the
Like,
wickedest thing? It's not like these two World Cups. He's just that first World Cup. He was a bit part player. He was the main man at the last World Cup, even at
that's
19,
my
bro.
point. There you go. It's a Pele thing, bro. Comparisons has to be there. Like, come on, man. You have to
But you
compare.
know, not it's not a bad thing comparisons, but it's like like they compare them to like Henri and that. I'm like, bruv, this guy's better than Henri. He's
Yeah,
going to be
yeah.
better than Henri.
But
Like,
Killian is that hybrid, bro.
but just
Like,
certain players are just themselves, and like Messi is himself. Like you can't play like stylistically wise, you can't really compare him to anyone else, innit? You can't
yeah,
compare Maradona and Pele to anybody. You can't compare Mbappe to. I don't think you can compare him to anybody else, innit?
yeah. I don't compare him as in gameplay. I just compare
Yeah,
what he's doing, like
yeah,
to the football community, like the
mm,
football as a whole,
yeah.
innit? Like his impact. You know what I mean, Jay?
Mm.
Like
It's
the
very
impact
Pele like
he's,
is.
yeah, like this is the impact he's having. Like that's like the Pele, like the stories I've heard about Pele. You know what I'm saying? Having that impact because we didn't watch
Mm,
Pele. You know what I mean, bro? Like we just
yeah.
saw clips and that. So the impact that he's having, yeah, you know what I'm saying? It
Yeah.
reminds me of that. Like that's the sort of impact they said Pele was having as a young kid. Like, come on,
Didn't he
man.
even win the World Cup at 17?
Yeah, like
Mm,
Mbappe 19, but you know what I'm saying? And he went
mm,
to the next World Cup and done the same thing, bro. You know what I'm trying to say? So
mm.
at the end of the day, gotta compare them, but I ain't gonna lie, Messi's a GOAT now, isn't it? Like, even though it was before, but he's been certified in football folklore, like history. You know what I mean, Jay? Like he's
Mm.
gonna live on. But
I
Killian's
think,
up there for me, man.
yeah.
Trust me.
Oh, definitely. I think with we'll get to that in a second. We just need to talk about one last chance in that game. Kolo Mawani.
It could have been so different. Could have been so different, you know.
Hey,
We could have been giving Kylian Mbappe his flowers.
boy,
You know what I mean?
listen, if France had won that World Cup, I'm not even gonna lie. I think the conversations we'd have been having about Mbappe would have
Thank
been,
you, Pele.
whoo,
You
it
get what
would
I
have
mean,
been,
Jay?
it would have
Thank you.
been, because
That's my
he
point.
like, but what a miss though, what a miss.
Ah,
Him
man.
and Martinez. Let's not even forget Martinez down the other end about 30 seconds later. But Mawali's miss was worse
I
because
know
he
one
literally
on
had the
one.
whole game, the whole goal to aim at, and he kicked it
No
against man's leg, bro.
choke, no composure, nothing. Like slot it between his legs was wide open. He came out like a clown, just spread it out.
Yeah, he
If
did.
if you
He
had
did.
any composure as a
He,
striker, you will know.
mm,
Just slot it underneath him. Just
mm,
roll it in. Just all it
mm.
took with a bit of composure. Just I don't know, man, but it's football, innit? Like, it wasn't meant to be, but if it was, yeah, but I don't even want to talk because it's not. But bro,
Whew,
football's like
listen,
that. It's this
yeah,
fine little, you know what I'm saying?
it's the
Little
fine
thing.
little margins that separate greatness, really.
There you go, bro. There you go. That would be one of the greatest saves ever in World Cup history now.
Oh
You know what
yeah,
I mean, Jake,
100%.
about football. Thank you. That's
Yeah,
how
hundred
football
percent.
is. On the flip side, could have been one of the best goals, you know what I'm saying,
Mm,
comebacks ever. But that's the result of it now. It's one of the best saves ever. Hence
yeah,
why
it
he got best
is.
keeper in the tournament, man. You know what I'm saying? Because that's a match winning save. People don't
Boy,
realize them things, but
that's as
that
good as
is,
a goal.
thank you. That's a match winning save, bro. Trust me. The whole half of the stadium was on their feet with their hands on their heads
Yeah,
after
yeah,
that chance.
yeah,
Like, that just took the life out of them. After that, you just knew that was it,
yeah.
man.
It's Argentina's, yeah,
You know what I'm saying? Because
100%.
personally, I had no confidence in their penalty takers.
Oh,
Me
bro, we
personally.
said it. We said
Yeah.
it. We
Before
said it.
before it started, I gave up, bro. And I was supporting
Bro, we,
France. And it was
we
it's
said
uphill.
Mbappe after Mbappe, it's over, innit? After
I
Mbappe
know,
and Coman, it's over,
bro.
innit?
We don't know what's going on. And Coleman
Exactly.
missed.
We missed exactly.
Flipping hell. And Tremaine he missed as well. Flipping
Exactly.
hell. So come on, man.
Exactly.
Deserve to
But
lose, man.
but credit to France and Argentina for putting up to me the best World Cup final ever, and definitely one of the best finals I've ever watched. To me, if you were even a fan of football, you can't even knock what you watched on Sunday. That was gripping drama on television on Saturday. I mean Sunday,
100%.
100%.
100%. best final ever.
But we have to get to the two main men because I think that's why this final was so great. Is that usually when you get finals, one of the they're against two teams where they've got two outstanding players or two main players. Usually one doesn't turn up, but I think this is the first final where both of them showed up, showed out, tried to do one up each other, and literally got separated by the luck of the penalties. Um, you had to give kudos to um Lionel Messi and Kylian Mbappe. You mentioned it earlier about it's now put Messi in that upper stratosphere. I said on Sunday the debate now about who's the modern era goes over. It's now Messi's in that discussion with Maradona and Pele of the all-time greats of the game. Where does he rank now in terms of Pele, Maradona, Messi? I think now is in that conversation. Where does he? It's hard to in a way, it's hard to say because we never watched Pele, so it's a bit hard. But would you say he's definitely in that conversation now of Pele, Maradona, and Messi? Well, Pele, and Maradona, I should say.
Whoa. Hold on, bro. Hold on, bro. Let's not get ahead of ourselves. Messi,
Okay.
as an Argentinian, yeah, he's up there with Diego now, definitely. But
Mm.
on a world stage, like the best ever, I don't know if it's Pele, Diego, or Diego Pele, wherever you see it, than Messi. Nah, I think there's more before Messi. That's just my
Ooh.
personal
Okay.
opinion.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
of course.
Here's why I put Messi in that stratosphere. Yeah,
Yeah,
because he's been his level of greatness has been longer than probably anybody else's. Him and Ronaldo. I don't like the way everyone's just boying off Cristiano Ronaldo. We'll touch on that later, but them two have provided a level of consistent greatness that I don't think we'll ever see again. That's why that's GOAT level already. He's won 10 league titles. He's probably played in two of the greatest club sides of all time. The 2011 Barca team and probably 2015 Barca team. Yep. He's won what, four European Cups? Three European Cups. He's won the Copa America now. And he's had a signature World Cup where there's a lot of GOATs, a lot of greats that have won World Cups, but they haven't had the World Cup when they've carried a team to the World Cup. I think the last time we've seen a player do what Messi's done, scoring every knockout game, carry his team to the World Cup, was probably Ronaldo in '02. That's why, and that Maradona's had a signature World Cup, '86. Pele's had his signature World Cups, and that. That's why I say he's in that stratosphere in it of all-time goats. He's done it on the biggest stage, club level, international level, and at the World Cup level, in it. That's why, to me, I don't think there's. I think I'd even say it's hard to say with Maradona and Pele. 'Cause I never watched either one of them two. I've seen clips of both, special, but to me, he's definitely sitting at that table with them two. Has to be, and I don't think there's anybody else that can. But you think there's more between Pele, Maradona, and then Messi. So who do you think's in that? Who do you think's above Messi then?
Ronaldo, Ronaldinho, who else? Even Romario. These are players I've watched. That so
Mm.
like
But are
they're
you
up
going
there.
off?
They're at the
Are you
table.
going off?
Messi's at the table. Messi's at the table.
Are you going off
See,
a Billy? I'm going off achievement, innit?
yeah, achievements and ability. Like these guys have done all of this like stuff. Maybe
But
not. They go crazy with the goals these days or whatever. But these guys been scoring 20, 30 goals in the leagues like from when these things was unheard of, bro. You know what I'm
but
saying?
here, but they've
Yeah,
not
go
like
on.
bar Ronaldo because bro, even on that he's never won the Champions League. So you know what I mean? It's he's had a signature World Cup in it. And when R9 was at his peak, I don't think there's a better number 9 in the history of football, in it. Like Ronaldinho, the greatest player I've ever watched, hands down. At his peak, untouchable, but his peak weren't that long in it. Same for Mario. To me, I've never that guy there, different gravy in it, different sauce. But their peaks weren't long in it. Messi's peak, my man bagged 91 goals in a calendar year. You know what I mean? Messi's peak, 10 years, how many Ballon d'Ors, bro? Like, yes. To
Dre,
me,
see back in the
you
day, them
can't.
things
You
weren't
can't.
like that. The structure wasn't like that. You had two different players. European Player of the Year became Ballon d'Or, innit?
Yeah, I
Before that,
know.
you know what I'm saying? So
Yeah, I know.
football was political. So to compare players back in the day and now, yeah, we shouldn't. But I go off impact, innit? You see the impact that R9's had, yeah? Like, come on, bro. He's at the table, innit? Like Pele and Maradona, they're the greats, innit? We seen the impact. 2 World Cups, 3 World Cups, all of this. Diego, what he's done, Barcelona, Napoli. There's a stadium named off him, bro. You know what I mean? Like these
Yeah,
men are folklore. Messi's at the table 100%, but everyone's gonna have their own debate
yeah,
and that. But as an Argentinian, it's definitely Messi, Diego Maradona, and Messi. You know what I'm saying? Like everyone
yeah,
else
yeah.
can stay away. They are the two greatest. But when it comes to Brazilians, bro, come on, bro. Ronaldinho's at the table, Dre. He might not have done what Messi's done,
Okay.
all
Yeah.
this consistent, because you know what I mean, man. Come on, bro.
Well, to
These guys
me, yeah,
weren't
that at the
professional.
table.
Yeah, but
But
they
you
weren't
see, at the
professional
top of
like
the
these guys.
table, at the
Yeah,
top of the table, it's Messi, Maradona, and Pele. They're at the table. The Ronaldinho, Romario, and Ronaldo, even Zidane. I throw him in there. But like at the top of the table, Messi sitting next to them man there, fam. Maradona and Pele.
fair play, bro. I hear you. I hear you. And no one can
Um,
argue that because of his accolades. You know what I mean?
like I think he's the first one like of this like the last 20 or 30 years where he's completed football, fam. Like literally completed football properly. Like and it's not like when you think of Messi, he's been a part of great teams, isn't it? When you think of Ronaldo, R9, you think like what great like he hasn't been set up for like it's more individual, isn't it? Even with Ronaldinho, like he
That's
might
my
have won the
point,
champions.
bro.
You know what I mean?
That's their
I rate it.
impact. Yeah, their
I'm not
impact is different. We know Messi was
mm,
with the best players in the history of football as well. Xavi, Iniesta.
but
You know what I mean? Like,
the thing is he was still the man. The was still elite. He was still the man on that great team. You know what I mean? It wasn't like you can't even use that as a thing to knock Messi with, if you know what I mean.
but Dre, that has to come into the debate because these two players, yeah, won the World Cup, the European Cup. So obviously there was elite players as well. They weren't just average guys.
Yeah, yeah. I'm not knocking that. I'm not knocking that
You know what I'm
at
saying?
all, innit?
Puyol,
But
you know, all these
but
men like
at
ballers, man.
that Barcelona team, yeah, take Messi out of that team. What are they? I don't think they're gonna be out here doing troubles and that. Messi was literally the cheat code for Barcelona. Literally. And for what? A decade? Boy, I can't knock it. I can't knock it, Lionel Messi. Definitely at the table, but we have to go on to the other side of the coin. Kylian Mbappe. You said he's Pele like. Do you think eventually he's gonna be one of those that sit at that table as well when it's all said and done?
Bro, he's already at the table. This is what I mean
Ooh,
about football, yeah.
ooh,
Like football ain't the same. I don't know
mm,
if it's a shade thing or what it is, yeah, but
mm,
what this kid's done to football is impact, bro. Like, I'm gonna show you what I mean, yeah. when I say impact, bro. Yeah, this is a World Cup. The World Cup, bro. The guy scored a hat trick in a World Cup. When's the last time any player's done that? We wasn't even
Yeah,
born, bro. Like, think about it. The last time a player's done that is probably an Englishman. Because you
yeah,
know,
Jeff Hurst.
that's what I'm saying. And was it in? Was it in?
Well, they said it wasn't over the line. They done tested it, so
There you go. It's debatable. That's my point.
mm,
But there's no debate with Killian. We watched it. We witnessed greatness, bro. But it's been played down because he lost the game, innit? That's how football is. It's a sport.
you know what? I don't. I think he. I don't think it's been that played down in it. I think it's just.
But if it wasn't played down, he should be at the table already, bro. He's already got a World Cup. He's already got multiple league
I think.
titles.
I think now. I think he's got to get. I think PSG. That stench of PSG. That he needs to remove that off him. He needs to go to Real Madrid, fam. I think he needs to start adding proper leagues to his CV and Champions Leagues to his CV. And I think that's where he's at now, isn't it?
But this is the thing with Pele. Pele stayed at Santos, bro. This is my point.
But
Like
you
sometimes, yeah,
see,
sometimes you need to stay at where you are and win things. If he can win the Champions League with PSG, then go to Madrid. Do you get me?
yeah, cool,
That
cool. That's
that's
fine.
that's
That's good.
that's the
But
plan.
but but that era of football Pele was playing different from now, innit? You know what I'm saying? Like if Pele was playing now and he stayed at Santos, he wouldn't be able to. I don't think they'll be calling him a goat, fam, because they'll be saying you need to come to Europe.
But they
The
did though,
levels of
Jay.
what,
They went and
but the
taught and played all the best teams and slapped them. That's what they did
but it
back
was
in them
different
days.
then,
You know
innit?
what I mean?
Because
Yeah, yeah, I
because
agree.
back then, like there wasn't the hierarchy of football clubs that there is now, innit? Like it's like raw. You if for example, like Jude Bellingham, yeah, not saying he's anywhere near Mbappe level, but Jude Bellingham, yeah, probably one of the best young players in the world. But they're saying, oh, you can't do it because you're playing in Dortmund, you're playing in Germany. Like there's no pressure there. You need to go to the Prem. You need to go to Real Madrid. Back when Pele was playing, there was none of that because what was it? Late 50s to the early 70s he was playing, yeah? It was just who? What? Real Madrid, really. There
Yeah,
was
there
no
was still
superpowers
pressure
in
for him to
football.
play in Europe, but he just chose not to,
Yeah,
innit?
you know what I mean? Like
Yeah. I hear
Maradona
you.
ended
I
up
hear
at
you.
Barca. You know what I mean? Like so, it's it's different, in it. Like to me, because that I don't want Mbappe to have to go through what Neymar's kind of gone through with him leaving Barca to go to PSG, and they're downplaying his accolades and that because he stayed at PSG. It's a farmers league. You win the league every year, type of thing. Like this era of footballer, you're meant to test yourself at the highest level at the biggest clubs with the biggest pressure in it. There's nothing higher than Real Madrid, really. And that if he can do that there, then he can be sitting there with possibly the Pelés and that. I think maybe there's a possibly another maybe one or two World Cups in Maradona in Mbappe. That might be where he sits at the table just by the number of World Cups he has in it.
Well, bro,
That
I
could
hear
be it.
you, but he's at the table already for me because it's the impact. There's kids all over the world copying Kylian Mbappe, bro. I know they rate Messi, but it's the impact, bro, that like you have on the sport and the game, innit? Like Kylian Mbappe is different from every player. He's a hybrid, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like his position where he plays, yeah, it's just come on, bro. Like he's a winger, but he scores goals. You know what I'm
Mm.
trying to say, like, think about it. He's not trying to whip balls in for you to score. Like, he's the best in his position. He's the best in the world right now in football. Like,
And
for
you
me,
know what it
Neymar
is,
was the best player, but he's injured throughout the World Cup. So Kylian's just basically taking the crown off Neymar and say, yeah, this is mine now. Like, literally,
mm,
Jay, I'm telling you, he's the best player in the world right now.
and
Mbappe. I
you
said it
know
before
another
the
thing,
final, and the final just solidified it that he's the
and you
best
know
player in the
what,
world.
I know what it is. What I like about Mbappe as well. He knows he's the best player in the world, bruv. He walks on the pitch like he believes he's the best player in the world, and he plays like he's the best player in the world. Like he play. It's like what we say about Garnacho just before we went on our break and that. He believes and he knows he's the best player on the pitch, and he knows at any minute I can take this game away from the other team, and he knows he's a killer. He knows what that
It's called
if I
character, bro.
score a goal, he's built different. He's
You know what
built
I mean?
different. Like
Different
it's a
presence,
shame. It's a
character.
shame Haaland. It's a shame Haaland's from Norway, isn't it? Because we never got to see him at the World Cup. Them two there built different. They're killers, absolute killers. Built different. To me, that's one of the best individual performances I've seen in the in football. What Mbappe done on Sunday, you know.
I know.
I'm
In
not
a
even
final,
lying. Like,
in a World Cup, best World Cup final performance ever I've ever
and
seen.
it's not like he had a team, but he had to carry. He had a nation on his back and said, "Nah, we're not going out like this," and
And
almost won it for his
we're
country.
saying this, yeah, and Messi's on the pitch at the same time, yeah.
Exactly,
So
built
he
different.
has to be at the table for me, bro. That's my point. That Messi,
You
the
know what
great,
it
the
is?
GOAT, is on the
You know what
pitch
it
and
is?
he's
It's because
outshining Messi, bro.
because
Come on,
because
that
because
takes
there's
a lot.
still so much to come from Mbappe that I can't put him there yet. God, we need to stay because we don't know what he's 23. He's got at
Yeah.
least 10 years left.
Phew,
He wouldn't he's not even at his prime.
frightening. It's frightening, bro. Just to think about it, like, it's crazy, isn't it?
He's not even close to his prime yet. He's about what 4 or 5 years away from his prime.
So that's my point when I say he's already at the table, because what he's
But
accomplished is he's already on 12 goals, yeah. That's what Pele had in the World Cup. 14
mm,
games, 12 goals in it. Mad stat,
mm,
bro. Come on. Messi wasn't doing all of that
but
at that age.
but it's one of those. Who knows what could happen? Injuries could play a part in it. Injuries really could play a part. Like could ruin his career.
It
In it.
doesn't matter for me, because that's what
So
happened to
to me,
R9, why he never won
to me,
Champions League, all of
but
that. You know what I mean? So, but he
I
still
where I'm where
impacted
I'm
football.
what I'm expecting Mbappe to do now is be sitting at the top of that table with those three in it. Not like not even to say the sitting with R9, Romario, Ronaldinho, Zidane, and that's a bad thing in it. But from what he's done so far at 23, I'm expecting him to finish his career with next to Pele and them man, fam. Mbappe has the ability to go down as the greatest European footballer of all time.
Yeah, I hear that. I hear that. Because when you check out the European players in the past, so Michel Platini, Gerd Muller, and all these
Mm.
guys, I hear you, though. I hear you. I
Yeah.
hear you, bro. I hear you. Franz Beckenbauer and all these man. Yeah, come
Mm.
on. Mbappe is probably the best. I hear that still. I hear that. I hear that. I agree still.
Mm. But yeah, moving on from what was a great World Cup final. What's your thoughts on the World Cup on a whole? Because some men are saying it's the best World Cup of all time. Um, some saying it's one of the best World Cups of the modern era. It had everything from literally game one to the end. What's your thoughts on the World Cup? Do you think it's the best World Cup of all time?
Well, I can only talk from my point of view in it. So it's been
Mm,
one of the best World Cups I've watched, but the best World Cup I've watched, nah, best final, yeah. Best display, football, like quality and display,
mm,
final, yeah, unbeatable, innit? But in
mm,
terms of World Cup, I don't know, maybe it's because when you're a kid, you're more excited about football. I don't know, but for some reason, that 94 World Cup just stuck with me as a kid, bro. Watching Romario and Bebeto just cruise through that World Cup,
mm,
doing all the dancing, all of that was
mm.
just stuck with me. You know what I mean? It was just
Yeah.
samba all the way through. That young
Mm,
Ronaldo on the bench coming on, you know, the ones there. Like it was
mm,
mad. So overall, yeah, I would say that's the best World Cup I've watched. That I enjoyed, whatever. But in terms of football and show, yeah. Hmm. As an adult, 100%. This is the best World Cup ever, man. Like as an adult
Mm,
watching football, as a grown man, yeah, 100%,
yeah.
man. hundred
I,
percent.
the first World Cup I watched was '98,
Yeah,
so I think this World Cup's been definitely better than '98. But still, you had Ronaldo. I'll never forget Bergkamp's goal against Argentina. You had the drama of Beckham getting sent off and all that. Yeah, to me, honestly, I think this World Cup's the best World Cup I've watched because it had everything: drama, quality. Like usually, you get those World Cups where the group games you get them dud draws. You probably had about two games where the games were just duds, like the Uruguay South Korea one, 0-0, no shots on target, no shots on goal. That was the only dead game at this tournament. Like you had upsets, you had big teams going home early. You had teams getting knocked out in the quarters.
100%.
Like you had teams getting,
Drama and everything.
yeah, like
Drama, football and show was quality.
oh,
We had
and
goats doing
and at
goat
least
stuff.
at exactly, and at least at one point during the tournament, one of the big nations slapped. They showed why they are one of the favorites to win the tournament. In it, like Brazil slapped South Korea. Everyone's like, "Whoa, it's Brazil's to lose." They get knocked out the next round. Portugal slapped up, what's it, Switzerland. Oh, favorites here. Morocco knock them out next game. You know what I mean? Like drama. And I think it's got to do with the World Cup being in the middle of the season, Players are
Yeah,
at that
hundred
peak of
percent.
their
Yeah, 100%. I agree. That
like
played a
to
factor.
listen, I'm not even gonna lie. Qatar done a good job, bruv. You didn't even hear about no fan violence, none of that. You see, when you
Hundred
take away
percent.
alcohol,
I'm happy that you got to that point because I was gonna mention it, bro. You know, it's no hooligan,
mm,
no fights,
no
no
hooligans, no fightings, no.
yeah,
I think
no bar attacks, no people
yeah,
getting
that's it, Barta. Yeah,
stabbed. You
none of
know
that,
them
bruv.
ones. None of this football factory link up fighting
Yeah,
stuff, all
yeah,
of that
yeah,
stuff.
exactly. You see,
None
when
of
you
that.
eliminate alcohol,
Big difference in it.
exactly,
It's true, man.
exactly.
They don't want to
I
put
think,
that in there, but it's
yeah,
one of the best
exactly,
World Cups on that front. Yeah, it's been the best World Cup ever on that.
exactly,
For a FIFA standpoint,
exactly,
they can
exactly.
say it's
Like
been the
to,
best World Cup. They have had no
and I
problem with fans getting into stadiums. Have you noticed, Jay? No, none of that stuff
fam,
outside. People
and it's
doing,
not
you know what I'm
like
saying?
yeah, and what we need to understand, it wasn't like there was like they used 10 stadiums. You had to travel up and down the country. They only used I think 7 stadiums, and they were all within an hour of each other. There was 4 games a day, no
Yeah,
problems.
yeah, and it's the first World Cup, like you said, to be based in one city in it,
You
in the
see,
in the same.
exactly.
Yeah, yeah,
And
yeah, it's true.
Qatar is literally about half the size of the UK. I don't. Qatar's small. It's mad small country, and they managed to pull off a 32 team World Cup. Kudos to them, bro. Kudos.
Yeah, it's
To
true.
me, it's
It's
the
true.
best run World Cup by far.
True.
No problems. You don't hear about no fans having problems getting to stadiums. None of that.
None of that. No
Everyone getting
stampede.
on
No one
fine.
getting
No,
crushed. No nothing. No
no
problems.
violence. No hooliganism. Nothing.
True.
Because the Western press would love that to happen. What? But yeah, to
Hundred
me,
percent.
to me, definitely hands down the best World Cup. I think quality on show. The big players turned up. Some didn't turn up. We'll get to that in a minute. But drama from the get go. The smaller nations had their goal. Big up Croatia. Big up Morocco for doing it for Africa and also doing it for the Arab world. Kudos to them. Um, I see some of them rocking the Palestine stuff and that. We ain't gonna get too political, but big up to them as well. Um, big up Japan. Australia. Australia made it to the knockouts, right? Did they? I
Yeah,
think they
yeah,
did.
they
Yeah,
did.
Australia. Big up to them. Like the only small nation that was dead was bloody Qatar, innit? But yeah, who cares, innit? That's their last World Cup they're going to, innit? But
Yeah, big up
on that
Saudi
note,
as well. Big up Saudi, man. You
yeah,
know
Saudi Arabia,
they beat
yeah,
the champions. You know the only team to beat them
literally
as well. It's
the
mad.
only team
That's
to beat them in like 40 odd games, bro.
Yeah, that's mad. That's mad.
Man,
Big up Saudi for that.
they literally started the drama of this tournament by beating Argentina.
I
They
know, innit?
literally
They
did.
set the tone. They set the
They
tone.
set
You're
the
right,
tone for
Dre.
real
For the
for all them
underdogs to
smaller
go for it.
nations. Yeah,
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 yeah.
yeah.
True,
Even
true,
because
true.
even Tunisia beat France final group game as well. Yeah, so big up all the teams. Like it was good to see. It was very good to see. But moving on, um, this section we're gonna select the winners and the flops from the World Cup. Um, I think we've already touched on Mbappe and Messi being of the obvious winners. But is there anyone or any team do you think has come out of this as one of the winners of the World Cup, or can let's say hold their head high?
Yeah, like I'm gonna go back to like what are we talking about? Because teams like Morocco, even Croatia, even though I think they've been
Yeah,
poor,
like
but
performance.
they did
Could even
well.
be a player. Could be
Okay,
a player, country.
I'll say Gakpo, Holland. They can hold themselves their head high.
Yeah,
They lost to the eventual champions, so I'll say Gakpo definitely good player. Done all right in the World Cup. 3 goals, 3 games. Started the group. Yeah, he's one that I could say yeah, but there ain't many winners. I could say Rashford
mm,
for England, Saka,
yeah,
Bellingham. Now I'm saying not to be biased, so let me jump. Let me say
yeah.
Declan
You say,
Rice.
you say,
You know
you
what I
say,
mean?
yeah,
Harry Maguire.
yeah.
You know what I mean?
You need to lighten up. You need to lighten up your selections, bro.
You know what I mean? Like, just keep it a bit. But
Yeah,
yeah,
selections a bit dark, bro.
yeah, bro. Like, yeah, they're winners as well, man. Like the Koreans as well. They done well, but
Mm.
I can't really name their players. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, bro. That guy, yeah, that plays for Brighton and that baller, bro. Him and Song, yeah, the link up was
Oh,
mad.
yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, is he Japanese? I can't remember, bro. I think about Japanese still, but bro, Japan, Korea, them man can hold their heads high still. Holland, you know what I'm saying? That can't like that. Australia, like you said, even Canada. I think Canada they got like you know what I'm saying a little thing guy, and even though we just enjoy watching them, USA as
They're
well.
just vibes, isn't it? USA,
Yeah,
Canada are
man.
just vibes, isn't it?
Yeah, like USA as well. But yeah, like when I think about it, yeah, like Brazil, I wouldn't say they're a flop. Yeah, they entertained us. It was disappointing to
Ooh,
see
you don't
them
think they
go
were a
out,
flop?
but they entertained us. You know what I mean? It's the World Cup. They entertained us.
I think if anyone's stock went up, Charleston's stock went up high in that World
No, I
Cup.
mean they entertained us. Like it wasn't like they was poor, like
Yeah,
the
if I want to go entertain, go watch, get entertainment, I'll go to a circus, bruv.
Germans. I hear that, but on penalties, it's anyone's game. But I would say
It should have got there.
The Germans was disappointing.
Ooh,
They was
yes.
they was disappointing. Like
Back to back World Cups out of the group
yeah, like
stages.
Musiala was their best player, and it was hard to
Oh,
pick a best player out of them because what I
mm,
saw of him, he had tiny feet, all of that. It's just that it wouldn't go in for him. It's just
yeah.
that final bit. You know what I'm saying? But they was poor. The whole team was poor.
Mm,
It was poor. They didn't play Sane until the end. It was too late. You know what I mean? Like it
mm.
was poor. They I could say was poor. And the poorest of the poorest was
Oh, I know where
Belgium.
you're going. Ooh, yes.
Like, come on.
Yes.
Like,
But
you know
before
what
we
I
let,
mean?
all right, what's worrying? Let me go to my winners, and then we're gonna spend a real time on the flops. Don't worry,
All right,
don't worry.
all
We're
right,
gonna
cool,
touch on
cool,
them. All right,
cool, cool.
my my winners, yeah. Morocco, number one. I think
Yeah, 100%.
Sofiane Boufal, your
Yeah,
stock, bruv. It was a joy to watch Morocco.
100.
It really was a joy to watch Morocco. They played with a different type of passion for their country, bruv.
Yeah,
And it wasn't just that they were playing for Africa; they were playing for the Arab world. Now, I
yeah,
feel like it was a different type of passion and belief that they had. Amrabat was superb. Ziyech, boy, I don't know what Graham Potter's doing now down there at Chelsea, but you need to unlock this Ziyech that you saw at the World Cup at Chelsea. Um, Morocco, a joy to watch, man. It was good. It was vibes, man. It was good to see that they were in
Anai
every
as well,
game.
Jay. Don't
Yeah,
forget Anai, number
yeah,
8, midfield, baller.
and Akimi as well. Akimi as
Yeah,
well.
Amrabat.
But yep,
Full.
to me,
The
and they weren't
whole
just
team.
like they were parking the bus, bruv. Like if
I
they had
know.
a bit more composure and a bit more clinicalness about them, they would have made the final because they would have beat France. They had
Yeah,
them on the ropes.
it's good.
Um,
Injuries as well. That's what.
yeah,
That's what.
they
Yeah,
lost a lot of players throughout the tournament and still made to the semi. So kudos to Morocco.
no.
Um, other winners, ah, it's hard, isn't it? Player wise, I would say Charlison. I think his stock has gone up. Um, player McAllister, Brighton. I've
Yeah,
got. I
100%.
I didn't expect it from him, but he's like a better version of Fred. Like a much
He's
better
better
version of
than
Fred.
Fred, bro. He's better
But
than
you're not
bare
like
guys. He's
yeah,
better than
he
bare
but
guys in the
he
Prem.
reminds me of it, but he's better. He's like a if Fred is Poundland, this man here is like what's them Robert Dias and that. You know them real you know
The man ain't Robert
yeah,
Dias. The
yeah,
guy's
that's
John
it.
Lewis, bro. The man's in
Yeah,
Harrods,
that's it,
bro.
John Lewis. Yeah, yeah,
Man's in Harrods,
that's him,
bro.
innit?
It's World Cup winner, Drake.
McAllister, yeah, for real. Hey, it's gonna be mad when he turns up at training in a couple of weeks. He's been given 2 weeks off in it. And he turns up after New Year and he's just looking at them man there like what's his name? Um Welbeck and Lalana and that bro. You
Sully
man good,
March
yeah?
and that.
Yeah, Solly March and them man there. Yeah, you man good, yeah? What's
Nah,
that 6 foot right? Oh, these what is he at Newcastle? Is he still at Brighton? That 6 foot left back and that.
nah,
With Dunk.
he's a
Yeah,
Newcastle.
yeah, Newcastle. Oh. Who's their centre backs now?
Lewis Dunk.
Dunk, yeah, you're looking at Lewis Dunk like, raw, bro. Did you enjoy me on your TV and that?
Bro, he's the first Brighton player in history to lift the
To
World
win
Cup.
a
I tell
World
you that,
Cup,
bro.
bro. That's mad,
That
isn't it?
ain't never gonna happen again, bro. They
Never.
probably give him a statue
He
or
won't
something.
even be there this time next year, bro. He's gone. He's on his phone to his agent right now. I'm done. I'm not coming back to this dead beat, bro. I'm out of here. You need to be on the phone to Jorg Mendes tonight, bro. Like, yeah.
Telling
Um,
you, bro.
other winners. I'm trying to think, I think Jude Bellingham, Bukayo Saka's gone up a lot in my estimation and that because to me, I just thought he was a decent player, but he's a special talent, Bukayo Saka. Um, who else we got? Gakpo's gone up in my eyes as well. Besides the final, Anton Griezmann had a good tournament, bro. Yeah, I didn't know he's a centre mid, but he can play there. So had a good tournament
I hear
besides the
that,
final.
but
But the final's gonna stain on him, and I know
I
the
mean
final
that.
is yeah. Um, country wise, like the minnows in it, like Japan, South Korea, even Australia. Um, yeah, I think this is the World Cup where no one really shamed themselves but Qatar in it. Because because it's mad. Even Costa Rica got slapped by Spain. At one point, they were going through and Spain were out. So everyone kind of redeemed themselves. Everyone had a decent well, no one shamed themselves at this World Cup but Qatar in it. So,
Belgium,
oh
Belgium.
yeah, let's touch on the losers. Let's touch on the losers because there's quite a few. Um, Belgium.
Before,
What?
before before
What?
before we go, yeah, I'm gonna be a bit biased and say Diego Dello in it. I'm not a big
What?
fan, but yeah,
He had a very good World Cup.
had a decent World Cup.
We're
I
gonna
admit,
touch on that because there's a loser that needs to get needs to
Okay, let's
he
go.
needs to
Let's go.
be there's a loser. Diego Dalla had a very good World Cup. Very good World Cup. Kudos to him. 'Cause I've cussed him for years. But losers, João Cancelo. I'm not buying this anymore about players. It's ironic. It's these pet players. Once they start playing for the international team, they, the source it don't look right. Like Kevin De Bruyne and them man there. Where were you
Kevin
at
the
this
who?
World Cup?
Kevin the who?
Well,
Kevin the boo.
Kevin De Who? João Cancelo started the World Cup and got dropped. He was dead for Portugal.
For
Absolutely
who?
dead.
Who did he get dropped for? Diego.
Diogo Dallo. And
I couldn't
Diogo
believe it.
Dallo, I was
Couldn't believe
shocked.
it. I was as well. Couldn't believe it. And the team was much better for it, to be honest. They was playing much
Exactly.
better.
These
Got
Pep
assist.
players that everyone's like raw. Pep's Kevin De Bruyne is one of the best players in the world. But the arguments that's been on his name for years, he doesn't do it in the big games. And when it matters most, missing for Belgium. João Cancelo, we'll leave João Cancelo, but let's touch on Belgium and Kevin De Bruyne, bruv. Fraud. Fraud,
What? Hold
fraud,
on, hold on,
fraud,
hold on. What? You say
fraud,
fraud. Like fraud.
fraud,
Phony.
fraud.
Fugazi.
Fugazi. East
Fugazi.
Street Market, bruv. East Street
Ah,
Market.
flipping hell.
East
Flip.
Street Market.
Nah,
Walthamstow Market, bruv. Brixton Market, bruv. Fraud.
his World Cup was
Fraud.
poor, but I wouldn't go
Fraud.
that
Here's
far.
why I said, to me,
Yeah,
it
yeah.
just
Go on.
shows it's system. It is the system that
Yeah, it
Pep's
plays
got
a
there.
big part. Yeah, yeah, it does. It does.
Because every single player that was at that World Cup that plays in that Pep system flopped. Bernardo Silva as well. Where were you?
Missing. Couldn't see him. He's
Let's
running
get there
around
before we even get to
like a
Belgium.
headless chicken. Even Bruno
Shut
looked
up.
better than him. Bruno looked
Bruno
much
Fernandez.
better. Then I was
You know,
surprised, Jay.
hey,
I was
you see
shocked.
how I cussed Bruno Fernandez, yeah? It was the Morocco
Exactly.
game when I realized, bruv, Bruno Fernandez is the man they're trusting to make everything
If,
tick,
thank you.
and he was
But
trying his hardest, bruv.
I know, because
I'm
man
like,
was just
raw.
running around. He's going everywhere,
And it
doing
wasn't
nothing.
it wasn't the reckless Bruno that we see at United or we saw in the past at United. It was calm, measured Bruno. He was trying his best to play players in. Bernardo Silva just running around like a headless chicken. Like you said, a headless chicken, bruv. A dog on heat. And I'm thinking like,
100%.
raw, I don't see this at Man City.
Yep. It's true, bro.
Hmm.
We have to touch on that. It's a valid point.
Hmm.
It's true. That needs to
Phil
get
Foden, eh? Phil Foden, eh? We'll get to you in a minute. Don't worry. Don't worry, these Man City players and that. We're not,
I
but
know.
let's get back to
Apparently,
Belgium.
yeah,
No,
yeah.
go on.
Let's stick
Go on.
to
Go
Belgium
on.
for a minute because apparently Phil Foden's England best player, but that's a big question mark for me right there. But
Ooh. After
the
this one, I don't
pundits,
know.
it's because of Pep. Like you say, the system, innit? What he does in the
Ooh.
Prem, they think
Mm.
that equates to England. Like, yeah, he should do that for
No.
England as well. No, it doesn't work like that,
Mm.
mate.
Mm,
It's a
mm, mm,
system.
mm,
You know what I mean? It's a system
mm.
why we see these guys ball out because I was shocked. I'm thinking Belgium, Kevin De Bruyne, come on. Like,
Yeah, make it work.
yeah, do something. You know what I'm saying? Do show something. This is the world stage. Come on. Like, nothing, bro. Poor. Every game as well. Just complaining at his teammates, shouting at them. You know what I'm
Bruv,
saying? So
he's shot. To me, I don't want to hear no more arguments about this man being one of the best in the world. The World Cups where you show you're one of the best in the world. He was shocking throughout the whole tournament. And I don't care about you had beef with your teammates or whatever. You're the number 2 ranked team going into the tournament. You still have enough quality to go far in the World Cup. And you couldn't even get out of groups. And bro, if it weren't for that first game against bloody Canada, because Canada should have beat Belgium as well. Like you would have lost all 3 games. Terrible throughout. We're, Romelu Lukaku with the worst substitute appearance in the history of football.
hold on. Say that again. The worst substitute
The
appearance in
worst
football. How many
substitute
goals did
appearance
he
in the
miss? Was it a hat trick?
well,
Oh, four.
he's the first man apparently, and this stat, I don't know if how real this stat is, but I saw that stat, because this is before I even saw the missed chances. Apparently, he missed the most clear-cut chances in a World Cup match ever. So this is
Nah.
before I even watched the misses, because I was looking at the group chat and everyone was like, raw, Lukaku's having a howler. So I'm like, all right, cool. So it wasn't till a few hours later, I was watching the highlights, yeah. I'm like, bruv, he missed at least 3 open goals, bro. He hit the post with 2 of them, and then he had clear cut chance and the ball bounced off him. I'm like, raw. This is some man's £97 million signing, you know. Wasn't
Yeah,
it 18 months ago he went for £97 million?
I know, bro. Was it 90 or 100? I thought it was
Well,
100.
you might as well round it up in it. It is mathematics. You round it up to the nearest whole number in it. £100 million, bruv. £100 million. Yeah. Some man was saying that was the missing piece to their title winning jigsaw. You know. Listen, listen.
Some
I
man
don't
was
even
saying
want to.
that he's going to score more goals than all the strikers at United, if I remember correctly.
Hey, I remember that. Mm.
Where is he now? On loan? But to
And
be honest,
Inter don't even want him. Inter want to send him back in it.
to be fair to him, he did hit something, innit? He did hit the
Yeah,
bench, you know, that
yeah,
little
yeah,
window.
yeah. That's the only. That was his only shot on target, bro.
That's the only thing he managed to hit for the night,
Shot.
bro.
Yeah.
Nah, you have to blame him as well why they're out, innit? Because
Oh, bro,
you
we've
know
been
what I mean? He
saying
has
for
to
years.
take a bit of the blame, 100%.
We've been saying this guy don't show up in big games. He's a flat track bully, in it. He shows up against the smaller teams. The chance to your Belgium's record goal scorer, your chance to take him into the knockout rounds, and you missed four. He missed six chances in all, four clear cut opportunities. You came off the bench. Allow it. Lukaku's in the bin. I don't want to hear no more talk. I don't even care if he bags 30 goals in the Prem when he comes back at Chelsea. He's dead. Terrible. And this is the man that clubs have paid the most amount of money for on a player in the history of football, you know? Allow it. Allow it, allow it, allow it.
Don't
And then,
forget,
and
don't forget Hazard, please.
I
Just
was
saying.
just about to mention his name. Criminal. That man is starting a big international. It's criminal he's starting in a World Cup.
He's the captain. Come on, Trey. He's the captain.
Listen, he needs to go MLS or just call it quits.
Nah, what was he doing in the World Cup, bro? It was poor to watch, man. It
It's
was
sad.
poor to,
It's like,
you know what I mean? It
you
was
know
like,
what? It's like watching Derek Chisora fighting against
yeah,
Tyson Fury, bro.
I felt
You
sorry
know what
for
it's
him, man.
like, bro. You shouldn't be out there. Just call it quits, man. Just take your money and go home. Like
Yeah, like
that's what it was like.
it was so sad, like watching him play, and he's trying his best, but he
He
can't
can't
do
do
it
what he used
anymore.
to do.
Yeah, like he
Like
can't do it. It's not happening, mate. Tries to turn, he gets bullied off the ball. It's a joke, bro. To be honest,
and he
like
weren't even
Belgium.
lost in many
Oh,
games. It was like the maximum he could do is an hour. Like, and it's not like Belgium ain't got players. Like you've got Doku, you got what's that guy? AC Milan. Is it Ketelaar? Is that his name? Ketelaar.
yeah,
You've
yeah,
got
yeah.
um Tillemans that you didn't even start. Like, and this is where it goes to Roberto Martinez because he's the biggest fraud of all of them. He's wasted a golden generation because when you think of Belgium, historically they're not a nation that like produce top players, isn't it? Before this golden generation, they were just a dud nation, innit? Like that.
Yeah,
Remember them two black brothers that
yeah.
are up top, and Penza and that. Remember them Penza?
Yeah, hundred
Yeah,
percent, 100%.
them players and that. Belgium are not notorious for producing so good players. So to produce a generation of players all at the same time that are very good, and he's literally wasted it. Like third place at the World Cup in what 18? Okay, Euro 16. Like what was it? Semis, I think. Oh no, wait, they got knocked out by Wales, right? Yeah, yeah, they got knocked out by Wales.
Yeah.
Yeah, they did, innit? And then what? The Euros, nothing. I don't think they got far in the Euros, did they? Quarters? Who knows? They didn't get far in the Euros. And then
I know.
this, shocking. Shocking.
The-
I don't know how he managed to get that job. I don't know in the first place, but he should not be allowed the top job again. Go to the championship. Go back to Wigan or something, man.
that's harsh. That's harsh. He
Nah,
won
he's
the
not a
FA
top
Cup, Jay.
manager.
He won the
Oh,
FA Cup.
bro, anyone
Give
can
him
win a
his,
fucking FA Cup. Nah,
give,
I'm not having that.
give him his bit of flowers. He deserves it.
No,
He
no, because
deserves
he
it.
won the FA Cup.
But
What did he do 3 days later? He
but
relegated Wigan, fam.
to be fair to him, he's gone in it. He deserves it. Like that was a
He
poor
should have
poor
he should have
performance at
been
the World
gone.
Cup. One of the
Oh,
worst performance of the World Cup. They got the wooden spoon, 100%.
oh, 100%.
Yeah,
100%.
that
Terrible.
Germany was bad, but at least they gave us a game at the end. But they gave us nothing. Belgium showed us
Literally.
nothing.
Literally.
Like it was
But
poor performance after poor performance, bro.
in a way, I didn't expect nothing from Belgium because I thought they were going out in the group stages anyway. But they literally gave you nothing, like no glimmer of hope that they are actually gonna do something.
You know what
This
I mean?
generation's done because they're all
Done,
close.
finished.
Like for Tongan and what's his name, Alderwood like mid 30s anyway. They're done.
You know what I mean?
You're still relying on guys like Witzel, 30 something. Hazard's just allow it.
I know.
Hazard's allow it.
But
De
he's staying at
Bruyne's
Madrid. He's
30.
gonna. Man said he's staying at Madrid. He's gonna fight for a position. I was thinking, just
What
give it up.
position?
I don't know, Vinicius, innit? So I don't know,
Oh,
bro.
allow it.
I don't know where he's gonna play, bro, because he can't play out there.
Like,
So
listen,
he might play somewhere
listen.
else.
It must
But
be the B
sticky.
team. You know that stadium, the Val, what's it, Valdebedos and that. You must be playing for the Real Madrid B team, bro,
You know
because
what I
he's not.
mean? I was thinking, bro, like he's gonna
Nah,
do something in the World Cup because he was talking the talk before the World Cup. You know what I mean? I was reading an article. I was thinking, bro, Hazard's on it. He's like, yeah, he's gonna show everyone that he deserves to be at Madrid. And I was thinking, bro, right now. And he said, yeah. He also said Chelsea never made a bid, no attempt to sign him in it. So all that speculation was
I want
rubbish.
to
He's
want
like,
that clown.
Chelsea's smart. They're like good riddance, mate. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, we got the money in the bank, right? Thank
Mm,
you for what you've done, but we don't want you back. Hazard's a joke, bro.
what? Ah, man.
Like, I've already said that. You know, I was never a Hazard fan. Like, he's a good footballer for me. I'm not gonna hate on him, but what people expected of Hazard, I knew it was not gonna happen. You know what I mean? But I don't want to get into that. But I said it before he went
Mm,
Madrid. He's not gonna set the world alight, bro. He's just gonna be a team player, one of them guys. But psh, you know what I'm saying, bro? He ain't got
mm,
that Vinicius quality, bro. He ain't got that extra oomph. You know what I mean? For me, anyway. That's just me, innit?
mm.
But
Yeah, but he's definitely in the bin now. He needs to go. I don't think MLS. He could even hack MLS. They'll kick off his foot, bro. You know what? He just needs to go play in India. They still got that league in it. Robert Perez plays there, innit?
nah, he's not that bad. I think he can play. You
He's
know, he
done,
can
man.
play like
He's done,
Tottenham
man.
and something. You know, like nearly
Allow it.
meant, nearly
They'll
meant,
kick off
innit?
his foot. He can't. Nah.
Nearly meant.
He
But
needs to go Scotland and that. You know them old dons back in the day used to go Scotland and just like tear it up and that. Go play for
yeah,
Rangers and that, man.
nah, I don't know
They'll love
where
him up
next.
there.
Yeah, I hear that, but I don't know where next for Hazard. But we'll see in it because
Wrap it up, mate. Just call
I
it a
think
day.
his Madrid
I'll just
days are over.
retire. I'll just retire, bro. Isn't it one bad tackle on his foot and his career's done? Listen, man, you don't want to be out here with an amputated foot at 49 and that, bro. Just call it quits, man.
Yeah,
Just call
yeah,
it
that
quits, man.
sad.
Who else you got as losers? You mentioned Germany.
Gundogan,
Ooh,
Gundogan, big loser.
ooh, another Man City player in it.
Yeah, I had to get him in there, man. Loser, like
Hey,
couldn't do
hey.
anything. Just watching his
Mm.
team just filter out the World Cup.
Yeah,
Rudiger
you
as
know
well.
what? You know what? He's just a German Nicky Butt, bro.
Nah, nah. To be fair, like, I think he was a good player. He's a good player in the Premier League. He's one of the
Yeah,
best.
yeah, yeah,
Brilliant.
yeah.
You
That's
know
what
what
I
I
mean.
mean?
Nicky Butt was good, but they
Yeah.
overhyped Gundogan, innit? All these so-called leaders in this Man City dressing room, boy. What happened at the World Cup, mate? Gundogan,
I
Ukay
know, innit?
Gundogan, and that. What were
Missing.
you leading? You
Nothing.
know what? Another loser, yeah. Rudiger. And why I say Rudiger's a loser, yeah. They were doomed, yeah, from the moment my man tried to do that little run. You remember when he was like shielding the ball from that Japanese player, and my man did. I don't know what that run was.
I know, bro. That man need to get drug tested, but like, what are you
Yeah,
doing, fam?
listen, what a jackass, bro. Man, you're only 1-0 up, and you lost the game 2-1. Allow it. What a fool. What a fool, bro.
Nah, he's a big loser. 100%,
Yeah,
100%. Half the German
yeah,
team losers. Like
yeah. I
Muller
think.
and that. What was Muller doing in
Uh,
the tournament? He was,
he shouldn't
I
even
don't
been
know
there.
what he was. He was
He
like,
shouldn't have
"What?
been there.
That
He's
was
like that
poor,
old uncle that
embarrassing."
he's like that uncle, that 40-year-old uncle that everyone has that still rocks Avrex, still has the new era fitted hat, baggy jeans and the Air Forces, and still thinks it's cool and that.
Wow, yo, monkey. Nah, that's
Yeah,
mad.
bro.
That's mad. Nah, but true
Yeah,
though.
man. That,
It's true.
bro, like, Muller should just been a stayed at home, innit?
I know, bro. No threat, no shots at time, nothing. Just missing
I
sitters,
know, man.
open goals. Thinking, Pinel. That ain't the same Muller. It's a different player now. It's
Nah,
past it.
that ain't it. Yeah, he should
Past
have
it.
just called it quits after the Euros, isn't it? But it is what it is. Um, who else?
Kai as well
Oh,
couldn't even get in the team. Of
hey, he
to be
started the
fair,
first game and didn't start again, innit?
I
He
know,
got
but
dropped for Thomas Muller, innit?
yeah, that's my point. So,
Ah, bro, Kai
just
Havertz.
to be fair, he
Hey,
came on and
mate,
scored a tapping, but I was thinking,
he needs to
Kai,
go
man,
back to the Bundesliga, bro.
on the
Go
bench
home,
for
get
this
some home
team,
comforts
Kai.
and that.
You know what I mean, Jay? I was thinking, Kai Havertz on the bench. Muller, I was thinking,
Not
nah,
good.
this is not
Not
good,
good,
man.
man.
It's poor,
Mm-mm.
isn't it?
Nah. Shocking,
Embarrassing.
shocking, shocking. Who else you got as losers? I'm gonna throw Gareth Southgate in there. We're gonna touch on England in a minute, but Gareth Southgate in there. Um, I've got as losers Spain as well. I think, boy, S-
Yeah, all that
Spain. I think,
expectation. Yeah,
mm,
could 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 say they're losers. Luis Enrique,
yeah,
loser.
yeah. I
Yeah,
think his stock has dropped a bit.
yeah, hundred
His
percent.
stock has dropped a bit. Um, yeah, Spain. And then I don't want to touch on it too much, but Cristiano Ronaldo. I just think to be dropped and then your replacement get a hat trick. Right. I think it's
Well, you
humbling,
can't
isn't
say
it?
he's a loser for that, but I didn't expect
He
him to
weren't
do
he,
much. Really.
he weren't really a factor at this World Cup when he
Yeah,
was
you know
talking
what I
about
mean.
Piers Morgan like he was gonna be a
Past it.
factor. He's
Yeah.
past it, and I think it's sad. I Sometimes your greats don't know when it's over until it's over. It's like in boxing, you want to retire from boxing, you don't want boxing to retire you in it. And it looks like right now football is retiring Cristiano Ronaldo in it. In the space of a month, yeah, you've gone from what? You've forced your way out of Man United where you were just a bench man, and then you threw a fit when you got substitute for Portugal, you got benched, and then your replacement bagged the hat trick and then started in the quarterfinals.
Yeah.
Yeah, football's retiring Cristiano Ronaldo. It's sad to see, isn't it? Definitely one of the goats. He deserves to be at that table as well. Definitely one of the goats. But yeah, at some point you got to realize you're not the player you think you are or you used to be in it, and just
Mm,
live with that. You know what I mean? But yeah, not because he had a bad World Cup. I think he had a World Cup that I thought he was gonna have in it. But yeah, he just needs to have that bit of humble pride now and just let the young bucks do it for Portugal now because it's still a good team, innit?
true.
But yeah, I ain't really got any other losers. You got any other losers?
Uh, mm, Not really. I think we covered most of them still, to be fair. Who
Hey,
else?
Brazil. Brazil. I know
Brazil.
you ain't gonna put them in there, but I have to put Brazil in there.
I was waiting for
To
that.
me, minimum was semi-finals because everyone was waiting for that Brazil Argentina semi-final, and to me, up until they got knocked out, they played the best football throughout the tournament. Throughout the tournament, but I don't know what happened. But to me, complacency. You've got to finish off the job, and like everyone can say what they say about Neymar, or whatever. He didn't turn up in that game. He had a stinker, but he showed up when it mattered. He scored the goal that gave him the lead with not long left in extra time. You've got to see it out. You've got to see. You can't keep going forward. Just see it out. Take the 1-0 semi final with Argentina a few days later. Calm. you're still going forward and you're out. That was a World Cup to me. If they play Argentina, they beat Argentina. Like,
Mm.
that World Cup was there for them to win, and I don't know if they win it in 4 years' time.
Yeah, that's a missed opportunity, but I think they're geared for it in 4 years' time, man. They're geared for it, man. Trust me, it's Brazil. Trust.
Or if
Hendrick,
if
Martinelli,
mm,
Anthony, Vinicius.
Anthony, I'm not sure about
Uh,
Anthony.
what?
But
Nah,
Vinny Junior,
yeah.
Vinny Junior, if he continues his career arc, he could be the man that shows out at the next World Cup. I'm not a fan of Anthony yet. Nah, I don't know what he
Wow, big
does.
statement, but yeah, I'll leave it at that. I'll
But
leave
yeah,
it at
they
that.
flopped. The best player for Brazil in that tournament was Casemiro.
Wow,
I think Casemiro committed.
Casemiro
I think Casemiro was superb,
and Vinny, bro.
absolutely superb.
Vinny
Yeah, Vinny was good.
turned up,
He was good.
turned up, man.
Well, he didn't
Turned
turn
up.
up when it mattered most, didn't it?
Hey, I hate you, I hate you. That's football, man. To be fair, who do you
Mm.
blame? I could say the strikers, you're right, because they missed the chances. Defense only gave up one chance and they scored.
Well, it's
So you
just
have
that
to,
one chance. You got to see it
yeah, you
out.
have
I think I
to.
blame the coach as well because you got to see it out. Once you got that goal, you got to
They
see it
don't
out.
know how to play like that. They try to, but they're
Yeah,
just
that's what
Brazil,
I'm
innit?
saying. Is tournament football, you just got to see it out. That you got that. See, Argentina have they
Yeah,
have the
that's the
flair players,
difference.
but they've got the
That's the
dogs
difference between
that will see
Brazil
it
and
out.
Argentina, innit?
Mm,
Argentina has more dogged players in it, like water carriers, as they
mm,
will say. They got more of them
yeah,
players in it. Brazil, even
the
the
only
water
one in that
carriers,
Brazil
are
team is
baller,
just Casemiro. Yeah,
and he's still a
Casemiro, in it,
baller.
literally.
That's my point. He's still a
Mm,
baller. You know what I mean, Jay? He's still
mm,
technically look at that goal he scored. You know what I mean? Like
yeah,
he's still a baller. Like football's mad like that, but it's unlucky Brazil. I won't say they're losers. Obviously, some people had them as the favourites. It's Brazil. It's a World Cup. Definitely one of the favourites, in it. They've won it the most, in it. So, but I don't know, man. 50-50, in it. Because they did entertain us. They excited us. They showed us the samba football, the celebrations, the dances. Like they turned up in it. You know what I'm saying?
that
But
reminds me. That
I get
reminds
what
me.
you said. I
I've got
get what
one
you
more. I've
said.
got a couple more losers. I've got a couple
I
more
get what you
losers. They're
say
not
though.
even.
Semi-finals at least, so they
Mm,
might be
yeah, yeah, 100
edging a
percent,
bit towards, yeah,
100%.
towards losers. I get,
Yeah.
yeah.
Um. On that note, there's a couple more losers, but they're not even footballers or nations. Some pundits, yeah, need to be thrown in the bin, bruv. Um.
Yeah,
Roy
name names.
Keane.
Keen.
Roy Keane, bruv. That whole shit about Brazil dancing or whatever. Like, allow it. Like, it's their culture. Leave them alone.
Mm,
Like,
I know, innit?
you know what I
That's what
mean?
makes it a World Cup,
You
bro.
want to
Come
see
on.
that.
Yeah, it's different
You want to see
cultures, man.
that.
That's what I like.
Exactly.
That
Like,
like on the
was it
next
Senegal?
channel. You see the options
Yes.
because there was two channels on the opposite channels. It
Mm,
was a different vibe. They're
mm,
like, yeah, like do a bit of samba, like my man that played for Arsenal, like you know what I mean. He was Gilberto was on there. It's like,
mm.
yeah, do a little bit of samba, like they
It's their
appreciate it.
culture. Like, what's mad about that? Like, I'd rather see that than see
And said,
the little
oh, it's
dead
3-0.
huddles and
You're
that.
taking a mick. Why are you dancing now? It's 3-0. You're taking a mick. That man are
They
just
dance out 1-0.
prudish.
Like, you know what I mean? Like, Roy Keane's just a Debbie Downer, bro.
I
You
know.
see that
Soon
man
it's
there that just go home. That man there that just go home and listen to stereophonics and bloody what's it, Coldplay and that. They ain't got no life or color to their life, bro. Allow it, man. What's them dead bands and that? All Verve and that and like Blur. That's what their man there listen to in that. Don't listen
no.
to Roy Keane. But on our, I definitely want to get at the other channel, the
Yeah.
opening ceremony, which they did not show.
Mm.
Um, too busy talking about human rights. This country's rich. Um, but to me, I thought that was disgraceful. Like, now when I come to, I've seen the opening ceremony. It was very cultural,
Yep.
very Arabic, very
Yep.
Islamic as well. I can
Yep.
see why they didn't want to show it, and I think that's a
Yeah.
bit disgraceful from that channel. To be honest, like, it's a
100%.
World Cup. It's all about cultures. It's all about experiencing different cultures. We probably might not see another World Cup on that side of the world for a long time. Why not experience it? And like we said,
Probably
that
never
World
again,
Cup,
Jay. Just to say, we
yeah,
probably
you know
never
what I'm
again
saying?
see it in the Arab
Never
nations.
again.
True.
Exactly.
Probably never
Like
again.
you can talk, leave all the politics out of it. At the end of the day, you're there broadcasting it. You're there. You're there. All these guys all these pundits that were talking about the human rights record and the LGBTQ plus stuff and that, you were there. You didn't have to be there, but you were there. So leave that alone, innit? At the end of the day, excellent hosts, put on a great tournament. Show the opening ceremony, bro. Show the closing ceremony. Like
I know. On the
every other
halftime
World
show,
Cup.
Davido and them man there was
Exactly.
performing. We didn't see nothing.
Exactly.
We didn't see nothing pertaining to do with the World Cup apart
World
from their
Cup.
commentary. You know what I mean, bro?
Exactly.
Like they always cut.
And another thing I noticed when Morocco was celebrating, whenever they celebrated a win, they never showed the players celebrating. Because what were they doing when they were celebrating?
Yeah, we know in it. We know in it. After that,
Exactly.
we never
So
saw all of that.
exactly. So we'll
Yeah,
just leave that there, but they're losers for that. Uh,
yeah, it's true, is it?
Absolute losers for that.
True, true.
Um, I feel we left one loser out, but we can specifically talk about them. Um, England. Before we went away on the World Cup break, uh,
You said it.
we predicted. I predicted they would either go out in the groups or they get to the semis. You, Ronaldo, and I give you credit. You said they're going to play France and France are going to knock them out. You actually did say that. You said England quarterfinals get knocked out by France. So I'll give you that. Yeah. Out of 10, what would you rate England's World Cup?
A 5, yeah. Don't say I'm
Mm,
biased, but a 5.
mm,
I'll give it a balance because I expected them to do what they did, but I was hoping for better. Like you said, I said it before because that's England's track record. Once you go up against a
mm,
team with a bit of name, bit of history, France,
mm,
the Spains, the Italy's, you know what I mean, of this world, it always come up short.
mm,
But watching the tournament and going through the motions, I expected a lot more. You know what I mean, bro?
mm,
Like, to be honest, I was hoping
mm.
like before, but watching them play and everything, my expectation grew in it, and I was expecting them to beat France. To be honest, I'm not gonna lie. I said it
You know
before, but
what?
like, yeah,
You know what? Yeah, You know what? This is the most impressed I've been watching England in a tournament in a long time. Up until that France game, I was impressed. I was like, raw.
that's my
Even
point.
that they slapped Iran. Yeah,
Yeah,
even though they beat Iran, I'm like, oh, everyone's like it's Iran. I'm like, bro, they slapped them. That was a statement win. Everyone that was at that tournament would have looked at England like, okay, they mean business.
facts.
Opening day of the World Cup, and you see they
I
slapped
agree.
Iran.
Yeah, they
They
mean
didn't get
business.
because Iran never got slapped again after that. You know what I mean? They meant business. USA's USA. They negotiated that game, done what they had to do in it. Then they played Wales, dispatched of Wales. They made Wales look like the worst team in the tournament. Like they are, literally are the worst team in the tournament. Done what they had to do. Senegal,
Steady on, pal. Steady on. Don't give it to Wales. Nah, but
Wales.
go on. Yeah, go on, Jay. Go on. Yeah, hey,
Hey,
they're not the worst
how
team,
they going
Jay.
to talk
Come
about?
on.
They're the
They're
second
not.
worst team.
They're not,
Qatar's the
bro.
worst, obviously. But Qatar, the
Mm.
host, innit? They had to be there. Wales actually qualified ahead of Ukraine. Like Ukraine, you should have just let Ukraine have a go. Like they're going for a war. Give them the sympathy vote and that. Wales,
Yeah, but go on, my
Anyway,
bro. Yeah.
beat Wales. All right, cool. Done what they had to do. Won the group. I expected that. Cool. Senegal, tricky game. Had them on
Mm,
the had them on the ropes for a little bit of the game, but then negotiated that properly. That was a very good performance against Senegal, who are not rubbish at all.
yeah.
Very good team. I was like, okay, cool. Semi-statement victory, that for me, because that's not a crap team. Even without Marnie, that's a good team.
Mm,
Dealt with them properly. Like, all right, cool. England can come into this game, the France game, and I'm thinking they should beat them. Like, regardless of what's on the pitch. That's not even France's strongest team. Go there with a bit of adventure, and a bit of belief, you'll beat them. So when we get to that France game and I see he's picked the same team that he beat with Senegal, I'm like, right, he ain't even gone free at the back. He trusts these man to do a job. Like, all right, cool. Maybe the shackles are off a bit. Nah, not at all. Not at all. To me, I think that could be one of the biggest missed opportunities in the history of English football to win a major trophy.
Yeah,
In the
it's true.
literally, literally, I, I, I think everyone that watched that game was like, "Raw, we should have beat France." A bit more adventure, a bit more belief. England could have won that game maybe 2 or 3-1, probably if they had a bit more adventure about them.
Yeah,
Nah,
it's
you know what I
belief,
mean.
it's
That
mindset. Don't forget,
and
we
like,
missed the penalty, bro. 2-1. Come on,
oh, bruv.
don't forget. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
And hey, let's get to that. Let's get to that. Let's get to that. Because you make a very valid point, and I think it's the best point I've heard. Where you said that if Harry Kane was playing for Real Madrid or Barcelona, he's not missing that penalty. Like, explain your thinking behind that for the listeners.
because personally, I think it's a mindset, and it's that mentality, it's that winner's mindset where it's I don't know, like some people say it's elite, it's that winning mentality. It's like Madrid just breeds that mentality where it's in the net. You know what I mean, bro? Because
Mm.
the competitive nature of that club where there's always superstars there. So to play, yeah, you have to earn your spot. It's not given. Do you know what I mean? Like nothing's given in Real Madrid. Shit, like we say about Hazard, all these man, they go there with their reputations. They're on the bench. Like even Gareth Bale, one of the best players in football, our generation, bro. Bench. You know what I mean? Like they build character at these clubs. It's not just Madrid, it's Barcelona, even Bayern Munich to an extent. You know what I mean? I don't know why, but it's something about Harry Kane and Tottenham where he gets babied, bro. You know what I mean? Like, look at Richarlison. He's had an amazing World Cup. Going back to that team here, there's no way he's getting in that team ahead of Harry Kane. You know what I'm saying? And we know
Mm.
football. We know players have slumps. They, you know what I'm saying? They hit patches where they're not scoring. Like, not with Harry Kane, bro. They gets babied, bro.
But
Like,
do you think it's one of those where in a broader scale, the England team, they're babied by the media because the media don't criticize England at all anymore. Like back in the day,
100%.
they used to tear England to shreds when they used to get knocked out of tournaments. But like
A
this
hundred.
modern day media don't criticize no one. Like players could be having stinkers, they don't get criticized. Like, do you think that is just? It's like Harry Kane missing that penalty. He knows he's not going to get no stick, so he can just go back home and be fine. Like he
This
doesn't
is my
play with that
this
expert. Yeah, it's literally
this
the
is my
point. Yeah.
point, bro. This is my point, bro. These guys, they get babied there. They get protected by the media, innit? When you're playing in different
Mm,
countries and that you're not playing at home and that, and you miss penalties or you go through finals where you haven't turned up, their fans are letting you know they'll boo you, bro. You get my point? Like, when are you gonna see Harry Kane get booed? Never. Like,
never.
it's never gonna get booed at Spurs. You know what I'm saying?
And
Like,
you know what
the
it is? It's the same
and
Harry
all,
Kane that last
yeah,
season. Remember last season he tried to force his way out of Tottenham when he didn't get the Man City movie. He went on
there you
strike.
go.
The media
And
did not say it. Nothing.
thank you.
Oh,
They,
this is
they
not like Harry Kane. He
all
must be
right. They
going through
protect
something.
these guys. That's what I'm saying, Jay.
Allow
So
it.
you see, before in the past here, the reason why they will get criticized here because within the media, they will pick the team in it. They will go to the player they
Mm,
support. But back
mm,
then, yeah, we had players competing with each other that's of the same shade. So it's different.
mm.
It's not like now where there's no Harry Kane and then you're putting in who? You're having a
That's
laugh.
true, you know.
That- it-
That's
It's
how
not
bad
even
it
no
is, yeah.
debate. That's not even no debate.
That's how
Before
that's
before
how
back
bad
in
it
the
is.
day, there was a debate because the guy that's doing the column over here in this paper might be like, nah, do you know what? I'm going for
Yeah,
Teddy Sheringham.
mm,
No, I say Sheringham.
yeah,
You get my point?
mm.
Like they had different choices. Now it's Harry or bust. Do you know what I'm saying? It's
It's true.
Harry or
They
fold,
protected
bro.
him so much, and they've built him up so much that
Thank you. It's Harry
the
or
next guy
fold,
that
bro.
comes in, yeah, literally, literally. Uh, and you know what
Bro,
it is, yeah.
it's literally Harry or lose your mortgage, like a lot of them did. You think it's a joke because think about it. Like we've been built up here for Harry for this moment for years. He let us
Mm.
down, bro. Come on, man. Come on, bro, man.
And to me, I think what's
Yeah,
what's even more damning, yeah, is that in that game he leveled with Rooney for most goals for England. That penalty would have made him England's record goal scorer. That penalty wasn't even to win the game. It was just to get an equalizer, send us to extra time. He couldn't even do that. And it goes back to me, and it's another thing with this England team in general. Like they've gone far in national tournaments, but when you really deep it in totality, even on club level, none of these guys have been integral parts of winning teams. It's probably only two in that whole squad. And that's probably Henderson and Sterling, where they've been integral parts of a winning team. No one else in that starting lineup knows how to win. Pickford
that's
plays in
my
a
point.
relegation team.
The
Carl
mentality.
Walker's just a walking, he's just a runner, like runs around. He's a right back. He's not integral, but you know he's won trophies. Same with Stones. Maguire's won nothing. Shaw's won nothing. Rice has won nothing. Bellingham's won nothing. Um, got Hendo. Saka's won really nothing. Foden's not integral to winning, but he's won trophies. And Kane's won nothing. Go through the rest of the squad, they've won nothing. They don't know how to win, and you've got a manager that doesn't know, has never experienced winning in his life. So, who's teaching who how to win here? Because to me, like, I don't know if you've watched the documentary of Tom Brady. Yeah, he's got a documentary called "Man in the Mirror" and the Arena in it, and like he documents his whole 20 odd year career. Yeah, and there was one player that was on there. He was talking in it. I think he was
Yeah,
there at the New England Patriots. And there was one game where they were in the playoffs. I think it was down to like there's seconds left, and the coach drew up a play. But when they went into the huddle, Tom
yeah.
Brady switched around the play, and the guy said, I think he was the wide receiver. He said, "Who am I going to listen to? The coach or the quarterback that's won 4 Super Bowls? I'm going to listen to the coach, the guy that's won 4 Super Bowls. I'm going to trust Tom Brady." Someone on that pitch, yeah, should have realized what
Facts.
was going on, and they were like, "Nah, we need to switch this." Because I was watching that France game, and why was Jordan Henderson and Bellingham basically playing out wide, and you're just leaving Declan Rice in the middle in the ocean to do nothing? That to me is up, and you got Harry Kane who's captain. Like someone's got to be like, all right, cool, this ain't working out. We need to do something else. If Harry Kane didn't feel like taking a penalty, give that to someone else. Because who else is on the pitch? Rashford could have taken a penalty. Rashford has stepped up in more bigger moments than Harry Kane has in his career. You think about that penalty against PSG. You know, like to me,
True.
maybe he felt like it was a lose-lose situation because I think if he gave that to Rashford and Rashford missed, everyone would have been like, "Why didn't Kane take it?" Cool, fair enough. But you've got to have the balls and the minerals to be like, "All right, cool. If it's not me, it's not me. Cool, I'll give it to Rashford, innit?" But your country depends on you, bruv. You've got this is it's basically Mbappe situation. Mbappe
Thank you. Thank
saw
you.
that as a challenge, as a
And
I'm not gonna
ah,
this is light work. All right, France, don't worry, I've got you. Harry Kane stepped like, oh, I don't know if I can do this. And you could tell when he stepped up to take that penalty, he looked nervous. And to me, like you said, maybe if he was at a better team, because to me, when you're playing at Tottenham, there's no pressure. You're not expected to win. The only time Kane's under pressure is every 2 years at a tournament for England. You miss a penalty for Real Madrid, boy, they might even camp outside your house and let you know
That's my
about it.
point. That's my point, innit? It takes a
Maybe
different
even even in Italy, AC
mindset.
Milan miss a penalty. See what happens. Even at Man United, miss a penalty for a win. You're back page in the newspaper. Miss a penalty for Tottenham. You're what? You're in like the third page from the back. It's nothing.
You know what I'm
To me,
saying?
Kane's got to
For
take himself to another
for
club
for,
to know
for them
what it's
teams,
really
yeah.
about.
Madrid and them teams, you miss a penalty like that in the final, you can't go out for weeks, bro. Your kid's got to stay home, bro. You know what I'm saying? Jay, you got to wear a wig, bro. It's that
Yeah, you
deep.
can't.
It's a
Exactly. Yeah, it's
different,
true.
it's a different level, bro. You have to take a winner mindset,
Mm. And
hundred
also
percent.
in terms of Gareth Southgate, yeah, like
Mm.
to me, you can't go from semi-finals World Cup, what's it, semi-finals Nation League, finals of the Euros, and get knocked out in the quarters of the World Cup. You can't. To me, they might have had easy runs in the past tournaments and that, but once you get to that certain level where you're reaching semi-finals and finals, you're at the top table with the big nations, where expectancy is there in it. Like to me, the same expectancy that Brazil had, I put England in that bracket, semi-finals, at least. That's what you should be aiming for. Like Croatia have gone further than you in two straight World Cups, bruv. That's not good. That is not good. Like how you paint it, that's not good. Like you should have beat Croatia the last World Cup. You didn't do it.
Facts. Yeah,
Out,
big footballing
out,
nation, England, Premier League,
bruv.
all of this
Croatia
crap.
is half the size of London, population-wise, and you lost to them. Yeah.
Yeah,
Nations League's the Nations League, whatever, in it. But Euros, you were at home. You took the lead in the final. Italy might have been on a mad unbeaten run, but that Italy team's not the greatest in the world. Let's keep it real. A team with a bit of adventure about them probably would have gone and made it 2 or 3-0, done the game. It would have been Sir Gareth Southgate, mate. You would have been knighted. You would have had a bank holiday. Couldn't get the job done. You took the lead and sat back. For what? You know what I mean? Then you get to this World Cup where literally on that side of the draw, you were probably the best team left. And literally, Morocco knocked out Portugal a couple hours before. The World Cup final was there. It was there for England to just, all you have to do is beat France. Literally. France were pragmatic. They just sat back and waited to take their chances and they took them. Criminal. It's absolutely criminal that England didn't go through. And I felt like every England fan felt that that was an opportunity missed. And I think that's the first time you've watched the tournament and you thought, raw, England could have like done something at this World Cup. They could have at least made the final. At least. Probably even won it. I don't think Argentina are all that. You know what I mean?
no. I think they had a, like you say, big opportunity to win. I agree fully. I think this World Cup, yeah, definitely. I don't know about the future, but this World Cup, definitely opportunity missed. Look where France went, and they could have beaten France. So, like you said, in it,
And
who knows?
look at the France team that finished that game against Argentina. How many of them man would actually got in that England team? Hardly any.
Exactly,
Hardly any. And that's not even a
exactly.
disrespect to them, man. You know what I mean? Criminal, criminal, criminal. But Gareth Southgate's been, well, I don't know if he's been allowed, but he said he's staying on for the Euros. Euros, what, 18 months time in Germany? It's literally win or bust for Gareth, innit? He's got to win it. I don't think anything other than, 'cause I know this country celebrates failure, so probably a final, and this will satisfy the nation. But I think it's win or bust, isn't it?
Think so. This country
Yeah,
is weird, Dre. I don't know, man. They're
I don't
weird,
think
man.
because you can't finish, you can't quarterfinals, and you'll get lynched. You can't come back home. I think, yeah, because I think Kane will be what 31. I think this is England's last tournament as this current group, innit? because Kyle Walker's old, or nearish. She's 30 something. Maguire's what, 28, 29?
Mm.
Shaw's 27. I don't know. Stones must be 26, 28, or something around that. Henderson's old. The rest are close to their peak years now. Like, yeah, I think they've got to win it because I look at all the other nations. France, just because they've got Mbappe. France, Spain, Portugal, Italy. Yeah, that's it. I I, I can't see. Yeah, that's the only teams, and I think they're better than all them other teams. Probably, maybe not Spain, but yeah, at least the final. What are you saying?
Oh,
Quarters and that.
oh, boy, I just wait for the groups, you know. But I hear you though. I hear you though. I hear you. England deserves to
You know
win
what?
the
Yeah,
tournament. They
you know
should
what it
win
is.
the tournament.
I
So
think it's you know what it is because when you actually deep it, the last 20 years, all the major nations have now won an international trophy, either their own confederation or the World Cup. All of them: Brazil, Argentina, France, Spain, Germany, Italy, except for England.
that's
That's
my
damning,
point,
bro.
bro.
That's not
I'm
good.
telling you, we need to win something. England need to win something now. It's not about semis and
Yeah,
finals and quarterfinals. They
yeah,
should be thinking win or that's it. Get rid of the
and
manager, bro.
and that's the thing. That's the thing with this country. Yeah, I don't think this people really understand how good and how talented the depth of this England squad is. It's probably the most talented squad in my lifetime, and it's better than most other nations, isn't it? So when we did all right, we got to the quarters. That's not good enough now. Like when we had Sven Goran Eriksson and that, and like who's them other Donny like Capello and that. Oh, quarters, all right, but we never thought we'd do anything anyway. Bro, this it's now you start got to start beating these nations, bro.
100%
Every time
winning
you play these
tournament.
teams, it's like you're scared. It's like inferiority complex, bruv. Like, bruv, these men are not year 11s. You're not year 7, and these men are not year 11s, bruv. Beat them. Do you know what I mean? Like I said, man, I hope Southgate doesn't turn out like Martinez and waste this generation of talent, bruv. But he's close to it. He's very close to it.
Definitely.
Very close to it, man. I think every England fan I've spoken to is still disappointed, and it's what 2 weeks later and that. But we'll see. Euros in 18 months. Next World Cup's going to be in America, Canada, and Mexico. 48 teams, 12 groups. 12 group winners go through. No, the top two
Crazy,
from the
bro.
12 go through, and the
Something like
three,
a
eight,
hundred
the
and
eight,
something games. It's
100
mad.
and something games.
Before the final, 100 games. It's too many. Too much. Too much. Sorry. Too
The
much games.
8 best third place teams go through to the last 32, bro. That how you know how ridiculous this the Champions League, bro. It's ridiculous.
That's what they're trying to do. A mini league, bro. And you know what I'm
Ridiculous.
saying? Surely it's gonna be like two different teams, and it's crazy. We need
I know I said this on
changes,
Sunday,
but not
but
that
If
many
Jamaica
changes.
don't make if Jamaica don't make the next World Cup, they just need to cancel football. You
Nah,
know what?
real talk.
Link up with Barbados and that. You know, like Trinidad and Tobago link up and that.
Never,
Link up,
never. That
link
is
up
an insult.
Barbados and that.
I got to represent for the yard, man. There. Link up with what? Nah, brother. Ain't gonna work, family. You see me?
Yeah,
Jamaica's bad.
it might have to be Jamaica and Barbados, fam, from this day forward. But if they can't
Nah,
make
bro.
that World Cup, because the
Never.
qualifying, there's no USA, there's no Canada, there's no Mexico. If you don't, if you can't make it to the World Cup with 48 teams, quit,
Yeah, I
quit.
agree. I agree. I agree. You should be there, 100%. We should be there, 100%. And it's in America and Canada and Mexico, which
Bruv,
is
the support's gonna be
easy
mad, you
travel
know.
for our fans, yeah. So we should be in the
What?
stadiums as well, balling out.
Listen,
Trust me, should be there. Man.
listen, should be the 100%. But that's gonna be a very interesting World Cup. I don't know how it might have to be BBC, ITV, and Channel 4, bruv. Show them World Cups, Carl. That's a lot of games. With
Mm.
Channel 5 and that. Remember Thursday night, Channel 5 and that. I had to slap a couple Jamaican games on there.
Nah, 100%. Nah, it's true though. It's too many. It's too much games, bro. It's
That's a
too
lot of
many.
games. That's ridiculous. After a
It's
long
too much.
season as well.
Come on,
That's a
man.
that's a basically a 2 month tournament, bro. And then you got to go back and play Prem. Ridiculous, man. See, that's what I'm saying. Players need to proper start up their own union in that, bro. God, that's
Mm,
ridiculous.
mm.
But
Football's
we'll
going
we'll
to.
touch that close to the
Yeah,
time.
yeah,
Yeah, that's
yeah.
ridiculous. It's ridiculous still. But World Cup is over. Domestic football is back. Literally tonight. Carabao Cup has taken place. The big game of the week is on Thursday. Manchester City against Liverpool. United play Burnley tomorrow. Um, wait, you know what? Yeah, quickly. I remember after the first couple of games of World Cup, I was like, "Right, I just want club football back." And after this World Cup final, yeah, I kind of don't want club football back for a bit. I feel like I need like a week or two just to recover from this World Cup, bro.
Nah, you don't, bro. Trust me, you don't.
Yeah, I
You don't.
do. Like, I don't like. I'm sitting at the front of the TV tonight, and I'm like, "Raw Rangers versus Aberdeen." I don't want to watch this crap, fam. Like, what happened to bloody? What?
There's Carabao Cup games, man. You missed out. Leicester, MK Dons, good game.
I there was Arosi
Newcastle,
Perez scored a
Bournemouth.
big boy goal. Still, Arosi Perez scored a goal that
That's what I'm saying, man.
Burkap-esque. But yeah, like, I don't know, man. I don't know. Like,
Well, for
maybe when
me,
this Boxing Day games about.
yeah,
Yeah.
for me, I'm happy that United's playing tomorrow. So back straight away in the swing of things, It's good. Like, I don't need no
Mm.
breaks, bro. I need to
I
get
like
back
not.
in there 'cause
I like not
it's
having that
crunch time,
pressure.
Jay. It's crunch time. It's crunch time,
McTominay,
January.
man. McTominay is good now. No
January's coming
Lindelof,
up.
no Varane, no Martinez, bro. We got bloody Maguire and Vicky, bro.
Boy, that's how it goes,
Ah,
in it?
man. And
Because, you know,
man.
still got to go out
Mm,
there and make it happen, man. Trust me. But yeah, for me,
yeah,
I'm
but
I'm happy because we're back in, like you say, with classics, Liverpool City, it's big games,
mm,
Boxing Day tradition. Straight away, I'm happy, man. I'm
yeah,
happy that was straight in. You know what I mean? No breaks, straight in, man.
mm, yeah, yeah. Yeah, maybe once the games are up and running on Boxing Day, I'll be like, yeah, glad football's back and that. But yeah, Premier League is back next. There's a lot of games. I don't know. There's a lot of games next week. Um, Boxing Day games. You might as well do some predictions before we head off. Monday, 12:30. First game back. Brentford versus Tottenham. Now, Ivan Toney has been charged with more cases of I don't know. I don't want to get into.
Mm.
They're saying he's looking at minimum. He's looking at possibly 6 month ban because everyone else that's been done for what he's been doing hasn't really got a long ban. But I don't think they've been caught. I think the longest one was Joey Barton, and he got 18 months, but he retired.
No.
Ivan Tony's is looking a bit, and he's black as well. Let's keep it real. So he might even get longer. It's looking a bit peak. This could potentially derail Brentford's season. Are we saying Tottenham win?
No, it's first game back, early kickoff, like you say, Boxing Day. It's a tricky game, man. Uh, it's a tricky game. I'll say Brentford win, because not many Brentford players
Mm.
went to the World Cup. We got to take that into consideration
But the
as
World
well.
Cup players will be match fit. The World Cup players,
Fair
Richarlison's
play,
back in
but
it.
not all of them. Yeah, but not all of them.
Richarlison's back. I'm going Tottenham. Slap him up. Richarlison at the
I'm
double.
going, I'm going for the draw. Yeah, 2-2 draw.
Okay. Alright. To the 3 o'clock games down South London, Fortney Athletic, aka Crystal Palace, against Fulham. Who we got for that one?
Phew, tricky game, but two teams that's been training, been getting ready. So I expect a good game. I say Fulham
Mm,
3-2. 3-2
mm.
Fulham. High scoring game end to end. Yeah. Fulham's just gonna nick it. Mitrovic.
I'm I'm gonna go 2-0 Palace for that one. I think
2-0 against
Boxing
Fulham.
Day.
No chance.
Yeah, I think
No
raucous
chance.
atmosphere, Boxing Day.
Alright, we're gonna come back to
Yeah,
this next week. Yeah, remember this game. No
yeah,
chance
2-0,
against Fulham.
2-0,
Never. Fulham don't
2-0.
play
I
nil
think
nil. Go on,
Zaha Elise at the with the goals.
yeah.
Um,
Eze,
yep.
assist. I hear that
Mm.
still. It's gonna ball out, but
Uh,
yeah.
well, yeah, I'm gonna go with that. I think Palace need the win as well. This should be interesting one, you know. Everton against Wolves. Wolves new manager Lopetegui, new striker. Oh, striker won't be signed till January, innit? Or maybe not interesting one then. Um, who we got for that? Everton. It's big. Lampard. Phew.
Another good game. Another two teams, a lot of players that, you know, been training, been getting ready. But I can see Wolves. Wolves won, 2-0.
Yeah,
So Jimenez back.
I got Wolves. Mm,
Yeah, man. I got Wolves.
I
I
got
got Wolves
Wolves winning that.
2-1. 2-1.
Same. I think Wolves will win that game. I think Lampard's job's gonna be under real pressure
But
after
it
this World
depends
Cup
if
now.
is Calvert-Lewin fit or they're still going Mope. Mope is, bro. I don't know why people
Nah,
rate this
nah.
guy. Mope. It's like Mope
He's just
reminds
a
me.
he's just a terrier, isn't it? Like a dog. They just them dogs that don't behave in that. Like he's just crap,
I
isn't it?
hear that, but you can't work, can't bank on them guys to get you out of a
Nah.
sticky situation. You know what I mean? So yeah,
Um, I've got Wolves winning that game. Um, next one. This one's gonna be good. I might have to watch this one on Boxing Day. Leicester batting form against Newcastle batting form. Both won tonight. That should be a good game at the what's the stadium? King Power Stadium.
I'm going Newcastle. I'm going Newcastle win. Tight game, like a 2-1 or 1-0. Because Eddie Howe's impressed me so far, and I'm never gonna lie, yeah. This guy is trying to get Enzo Fernandez, bro. Like seriously.
Oh,
I read an
hey,
article
listen,
and he says, yeah,
listen.
he's
If they get
identified
him,
Enzo Fernandez. Yeah,
if they
I'm
get
telling
him,
you, this guy is he knows football, so
if they
he's
get him,
impressed me.
they are a lock to finish in the top four.
This is my point, and Isak should be back. Do you know what I mean? And St. Maximum, I got Newcastle, man. Sorry, man. Like, but a tight game though. But I'm going Newcastle. Like I said, I've got Newcastle finishing top four. So yeah, I'm going Newcastle.
Mm. I'm gonna go Leicester for that one. You know,
Wow, I hear that though.
I'm gonna go
I can
Leicester.
see why. Yeah.
I think Leicester are getting into form. They're getting into form just before the international break. I think it's gonna be an entertaining game. I'm gonna go 3-2 Leicester for that one. Um, next game, 3 o'clock, Southampton versus Brighton. South Coast Derby. You know, you always get that dud game on Christmas Day. I mean, Boxing Day. I think this
Nah,
could be
but
the one. You know, I think this could be the one.
I'm going Southampton.
Ooh.
New
New
manager.
manager as well. Yeah,
He's
Nate.
had
Was it
them for
Nathan
a bit.
Jones?
No, he's got to win at some point. And to
Mm,
be fair, they played well against Liverpool before the break, but that's a
they did.
long way away now. All of that
Mm.
before the
Like,
break. You know what I mean?
it's like I said. It's like two separate seasons. I said at the
Thank
start of the
you.
season.
That's a long way away now. Bro. It's different
Mm,
to go out there and get that form going again. You know, that's why I'm happy that my team's back out on the pitch straight away, bro. It's good. But
mm,
yeah, I say Southampton, innit? He has to win at some point. He's at home. performance in front of the fans. Yeah, I'll go Southampton. Maybe same 1-0, 2-1. Could see Brighton getting a goal. Well, comfortable though, like a 2-0, 2-1.
I'm gonna go. Um, hmm, I'm gonna say it's gonna be a draw. I think it'll be an entertaining draw. Probably 1-1, but it'll be entertaining. I think I'll go
Yeah.
for that one. Um, this is where the good games start picking up now. 5:30. Would have been a Steven Gerrard derby, but he got sacked, didn't it? But oh well. Um, I think this is going to be the best game of the Christmas break, to be honest. Aston Villa versus Chelsea.
No chance, but yeah, go on. It's not Chelsea. It's not Chelsea. It's the
Not
Panthers.
Aston Villa versus. Oh, that's it. Aston versus. What did I say? Chelsea. No,
Mm,
Aston Villa versus Liverpool.
yeah.
Aston Villa versus Liverpool. I'm going to say Villa.
Oh, St. Villa, yeah?
Unai, yeah, Unai Emery's had a lot of time now with this group.
Yeah.
I don't think
Also,
many went to the World Cup, to be
not
honest.
many, to be fair, not many. And he's got a
Mm,
keeper coming back. That's one. It's good for the,
oh, God,
yeah,
he's going to be gassed. He's going to think
yeah.
he's the best goalkeeper in the world, you know?
Definitely. He really does. He's a
Yeah,
madman.
yeah,
But
yeah, he's
yeah,
tapped. He's absolutely
nah,
tapped.
I don't know about the best game, but it would be a good game. You know which game I think is the best game. It's been set up, man. But yeah, bro, I'll say I could see Liverpool nicking this one, you know. I could see Liverpool actually going for it, as I said before, after the break. Like I could see Klopp having his time with these players. Because Nunes already back there, you know. You saw him in it playing, yeah. Klopp ain't playing about, bro. These
Ah,
these guys are smart, Jay. They
Nunes,
got
you know.
training camps close to the World Cup.
Yeah, that's
Our
what United
team,
should have done.
our
United
team,
went to
you know what
Spain
I
and it was
mean? Like
bloody
we're in
cold.
Spain,
When
bro.
I saw
Like,
the
come on.
pictures, yeah, it was raining. I'm like, bro, you might as well just go and play Saudi Arabia or something, bro. What are
That's
you
what
doing
them
in
guys
Spain?
did. Dubai, Eddie Howe, straight away
Mm.
Dubai, booked it. He
So
told
you could
man,
just
Sebastian Schär, he told him, you're at the World Cup, come, you got training in the morning. It's mocking it. He's mocking it. You know they're rich, Jay, so they fly out all the players, you know, straight away. As soon as
yeah.
they're at the World Cup, zoop, that's it. That's why Newcastle, they're on it, man. And Klopp as well. He's on it as well, bruv. I'm telling man, he's smart. So I'm going for them. I'm going for them, you know. I'm going for Liverpool.
Mm, okay.
Like nicking this
Um,
one. Hard game though, but I can see them coming out on
I think
top.
it's going to be a lot of goals in this game, though. Um, yeah, I think Villa will win. I think it'll be 3-2.
Man's up.
Maybe even
I say,
even their Boxing Day cracker 4-3.
phew, that's what I'm trying to say. I know it's gonna be a battle, but I can see Liverpool coming out like a 3-1, like like a tight
Mm,
game, but two quick goals. Yeah, man. On the break, one of them games. Entertaining,
mm.
definitely.
Um, more games, more games. So that wraps up Boxing Day.
Nope.
Bank holiday Tuesday. Yeah,
No,
yeah.
no, that's the late kickoff, bro. The game of the day. Arsenal West Ham.
Oh, oh, sorry,
That's why I said
sorry.
now for the Villa game. This is the game for me, the late kickoff Boxing Day.
You
Come
think?
on. You spend time
You
with the
think?
family. Yeah, of course, man. You're nice.
Uh
Hotel the next day. This is the
this is
game. This is the game. After the Liverpool game. Now I think remember Arsenal top of the league, Jay. You forgot, mate. Has it been that long?
uh, uh
It's a must-win game. It's a must-win
hey,
game, bro. And West Ham need the
uh
points. Come on.
uh
Y-
let me
It's set
give the
up for
formal introduction then. The
yeah,
late
go
game,
on.
the 8 o'clock kickoff. Arsenal, the league leaders, at home against West Ham. Ronaldo, who do you think's going to win the best game of the Boxing Day fixtures,
This is
according
the
to
upset,
Ronaldo?
I think. I backed Arsenal all the way, yeah.
Oh,
Thank you. I backed them all the way, yeah. But you see the Hammers, yeah. I think the Hammers got something up their sleeve for them, you know.
listen,
London Derby, David
you
Moyes. I
see,
can see it. I can
what
see it.
I'm
I
gonna
can see
say
it.
is this, yeah. I said that injury for Gabriel Jesus is big. It's huge because he might not be scoring goals, but he does everything else. He's the tempo setter of that team. If he don't press, they ain't pressing. if he don't move with a bit of urgency, vibrancy to his game, the team don't move with that vibrancy and urgency. I'm telling you, it's a huge miss. Eddie Nketiah is not going to do nothing up top for Arsenal. This is the beginning of the end for Arsenal. They're going to lose against West Ham.
I think this
And
could
I
be.
think, what's that
No,
guy
this
that plays
could
up front for him? Scamacca. Scamacca, the
yeah,
Italian
it's
youth.
Scamacca. Yeah, it's
Yeah,
Scamacca.
yeah. Better than man like Saliba went to the World Cup, didn't kick a ball. He's catch dust. Who's the other one? What's his name? He didn't go to the World Cup, did he? His centre back partner, Gabriel. Was that his name? Whatever his name is. Him. Dead. Don't matter.
Yeah,
Dust. I'm telling you,
nah, I could see, but it depends, on the start of the game. If West Ham have a good start, it could be tricky for Arsenal still. I'm not
I
gonna lie.
I don't think I don't think Arsenal are going to win a lot of games coming up. I'm not even going to lie. This is this run of fixtures. I'm just going to read you out Arsenal's next 4 or 5 games. Yeah. So
Yeah.
West Ham, they're going to lose. Yeah. Brighton away on New Year's Eve. I think they're going to lose.
Nah, they'll
Um,
beat Brighton. They'll beat Brighton.
then on a few days later, Newcastle at home. I think that'll
That
be a
is
draw.
that is a tricky game.
Then the next 2 games. You want to listen to the next 2 games? Yeah. After the FA Cup break. They go to Tottenham, North London derby. Yep. I think they'll lose that game. And you want to know the next game after that? Who comes to the Emirates? Manchester United.
Ooh.
That's their run up until February. I'm not gonna lie. I'm gonna make this prediction now. By the end of that run, by the beginning of February, Man United are gonna be above Arsenal.
Seriously, Jay.
I'm telling
how
you.
many how many points are there, boss?
Let me have a look. We're only 11 points behind Arsenal.
So that takes Arsenal losing what, 3, 4 games, or maybe two
That's
games, couple
possible.
draws,
That's
couple
possible.
draws. But we've got to
At that run
win,
of
bro.
fixtures.
We've got to go on a
Oh,
run,
come on. The only difficult team we've got between now and February, obviously Arsenal, is Man City the week before. That's it.
bro.
Our
I
next run
think
of games of Forest, we're gonna beat Forest.
I
We're
think
gonna
that's
slap
a
them up.
tricky game. Forest
No,
on
blow it.
Tuesday.
Forest
I
are
think
dead.
it's
They're
Jay. It's
dead.
the occasion.
We're
It's
going to
Christmas.
slap them.
All of
Who
that stuff.
cares? Jesse
Football
Lingard's only
heritage.
allow it. The football heritage dead. Dead off. Done off. They don't work at Old Trafford. Football
Yeah,
heritage done off. Then I think it's who we got Bournemouth. Let me look. Hold on. Let me look.
I know we got
Let me look.
a good run of games because we
You got
played
a
all the
good run
top
of
teams
games.
in it. Yeah,
Forest, we should win. Wolves away, we should win. It's before the transfer deadline transfer window open, so they ain't got
yeah,
Cunha yet. So we'll beat them. But that'll be a tricky game because they got a
yeah,
new manager in it.
definitely.
Bournemouth at home, we'll beat them. And then after that, it's FA Cup. We've got Everton. Then boy, Manchester City at home. If we turn up, we never know. And then Arsenal. Now I'm
Yeah.
not worried. If we're not above them, we're very close to Arsenal by this beginning of February.
All right. Remember, point taken. I've noted it. We'll get back to it,
Write it
fam,
down. Write it
because
down.
I've got Arsenal pushing City all the way. Just
They're
for the
not
record,
pushing
you
nothing.
already know.
They're pushing. They're pushing a wheelbarrow to
With
Europa League.
Arteta in it, pushing
Yeah,
him out the club. Nah, I hear you. I hear you.
yeah,
I hear
bro.
you.
I
Nah, let's
think.
see. Let's
I
see.
think. I don't even think City. I don't even think City. City ain't looked good all season, but maybe this break might help them in it. Push them on, but yeah, that haven't. Jesus out for 3 months. Mate,
This this is why I've
mate.
got them stumbling a bit, because just having that news, yeah, it might affect the dressing room, innit? A little bit.
Mm.
And we all know Nketiah is just poor, innit? He's the type of player he has to go out there and show us. We are not banking on him 100%. You know, he's that type of player that
Mm. And then
do
after
something.
wait, after they play us, Arsenal, they go to Everton, which is it was never easy, and then they play Manchester City away. That game which um got cancelled because of was it the Queen? I think was it the Queen?
Yeah, 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 the
Or
funeral.
yeah, that game. Yeah, that game.
But
So
let me just add that in January, I think they will sign a player 100%. In the
yeah.
position they are in, 100%, they have to sign a striker 100%.
Mm, mm. We'll see. We'll see. But I think this is the beginning of the end for Arsenal. Good start to the season. It was nice.
Nah, you've never been an Arsenal fan, but yeah, let's keep, let's keep it moving. Let's talk
It was
about them other
nice.
guys from West London.
Yeah, Chelsea. They got Man City soon, innit? Chelsea,
Yeah, very
boy.
soon.
It's the next week, isn't it? They played them twice in like 3 days.
Yeah, but before that, they got the little team from
Oh
South.
yeah, we ain't finished. We ain't finished the Boxing Day games, innit?
Yeah,
So
nah, Tuesday,
Tuesday,
innit? Yeah, yeah,
yeah, yeah. Don't worry, people. It's a bank holiday as well, so you ain't gonna miss this game. It's 5:30. Chelsea at home to Bournemouth. I think that could be another one. A little banana skin.
Oh, surely they can't
Oh,
lose.
oh,
Nah,
key
they
for
can't
more.
lose.
Hey, key for more.
Man,
Hey,
like Kiefer. World Cup
man's name's
player.
not even Keith. What key for more? The game changer for Wales and that. Allow it. Hey,
Ah, man.
hey, key for more, bruv.
Oh,
Hey,
boy,
listen.
nah, as bad as things are, I can't see
No,
Chelsea
no, no.
losing 5 games in
Dominic
a row.
Solanke. Dominic Solanke. Brace.
Oh, going back
2-1.
to the bridge. Oh,
Yeah. What? Brace.
oh.
Chelsea 1, Bournemouth 2.
Trey. I know as
You know
bad
them
as
games
things,
there.
as bad as it is, I think Graham and Barry is gonna pull it off, mate. I think they're gonna pull it off. I think they'll win
Hey,
2-1
listen.
Chelsea. 2-1.
Graham and Barry, aka Kevin and Perry, go large. Boy, they got problems, mate. Bournemouth. I mean, Bournemouth.
You can see them
They played.
pulling it
They
off.
played all right tonight. They played all right tonight
Yeah,
against
they'll
what's that
definitely
team?
be up for it.
Newcastle.
I tell you that.
Yeah,
They'll definitely
Dominic
be up for it.
Solanke was at the double. All right. The 8 o'clock kickoff.
Oh,
Um, Football Heritage, isn't it? This is a classic game, mate. Um, Manchester United against Nottingham Forest. 3 points, isn't it? It's a question of how many we score, isn't it?
Jay, you can't say that all the players are not back from the World Cup, but
The only
come on,
players that
United.
ain't back, yeah,
Come
I
on,
think
United.
by that time will probably only be the two in the final. So Varane and Martin. Oh well, boy, we're definitely conceding at least one goal there.
That's my point, bro. These men are integral to our team, bro. You can't just say, you know
Imagine
what I
that
mean?
you're watching a World Cup final, yeah, and then your two most integral parts of your team playing on opposite sides in the World Cup final, and now we're left with bloody Maguire and Victoria, bro.
And one gets injured and come off. Don't forget, one gets
Oh,
injured and
Varane's just.
just for run, innit? I said it at the start of the game. If this guy could just stay fit and it happened,
Exactly.
you know what I mean? Like that's just for run. So you
And
might
you know
be
what it
gone for
was?
even
You know
longer.
what? Nah, you know what? It's probably cramp. Remember you cried at Stamford Bridge and you thought it was like knee ligaments. He just, bro, he strained his
Yeah.
hamstring, bro. Nah, he's a little girl,
Hopefully,
bro.
innit? Ain't that serious. I know, man.
Little girl, man.
Hopefully,
Yeah,
but
man.
we
Varane,
could
pull
we
up your
should
knickers,
still
mate. We
we
got
should
football to play.
still win that game. It's the festive period. I think we haven't lost in this fixture in how many years? Maybe
Yeah, it's
David
been a
Moyes
long
messed
time
it up.
since.
Yeah, but I don't. I'm not sure, but you know what I mean.
I
But
don't know. We ain't lost on Boxing Day in a very long
thank
time,
you,
though.
thank you. It's the festive period, especially we are at home. We gotta give the fans a treat, man. Come on, lads, go out there and make it happen, man. Regardless of who's
We're gonna
playing.
slap them.
You know what I mean? Harry Maguire's had a decent tournament, all half decent. So
I
I'm
don't trust the
confident.
guy, bro.
I'm confident that you have a good start.
I
Well,
don't want to hear about any other players outside Varane and Martinez on a break. Everyone should be back. If Richarlison's back for Tottenham, everyone else should be back.
nah, I
Everyone
agree.
about
I agree.
Rashford's on a break. You didn't even play. Allow it.
I don't know. Should be back and ready and it fit,
You
rearing
know
to
what I
go.
mean?
But yeah,
And like
bro.
the it'll be interesting to see how United play without the whole Ronaldo distraction now. I think like now we've
Yeah.
all the distractions that we've had at the club over the last 5, 6 years gone. There's no
Okay.
excuses now. We've had the
Okay.
Pogba circus, we've had the Ronaldo circus.
Yeah.
There's no more circus now. Let's
The
see what you
soap
can do,
opera's
Ten Hag,
over.
innit?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's go. Let's go. Let's go.
Mm.
Real talk. I agree. 3-1 United. It's a tricky game though. I think they might even take the lead. Football heritage, man. They're
Whew,
gonna make a game for it. It's gonna be
whew. Listen,
entertaining. I tell you that.
if Lingard dares to try putting a performance,
It's gonna try his
lynch
best,
him.
Jay. So I'm just letting you know,
We need
innit?
to play. I think it might be. It might. Oh, we got Casemiro. Casemiro should be back in it. I think we just play McTominay just to boot. What's his name? Lingard and that.
So where's Ericsson, bro? He should be back. Look how long he's been out of the World Cup. If
They've
Casemiro's
been out
back,
for like.
he's
Well, that's
definitely
true.
back.
Eric, yeah, because he's been out of the World Cup since like the first week. Yeah, he should be back.
But they might
I
not be
think it's
back
gonna
for
be.
tomorrow, but they should be back for Tuesday at least. Come on.
They, you know what? They should all be back for tomorrow. They've been out of the
Nah,
World
I
Cup for
doubt it.
time.
I doubt it.
Denmark were out after the first week. They're out of
Yeah,
the
I
group
know, I
stages.
know, I know. I agree, I agree. But you never know. Players might get a week off, or I don't know, man. But definitely for Tuesday, 100%. I want to see
Yeah,
a strong team out there. Not,
we've got a good enough team to beat Burnley tomorrow.
yeah,
But
should
I'm
do.
not sure. Well,
Mm.
well, anyway.
Because I agree. If he plays the youngers, I don't mind. On Tuesday, I want to see a strong team that's intentions to win. You know what I mean?
I think it's gonna be 6-1 United
Against who? Forest?
against
No,
against Forest.
no. Forest ain't that
Slap them
rubbish,
up.
Jay. They got
They're
ballers.
dead.
They
Oh,
got
leave off.
players, Jay. Jay,
What
don't
that? What's that
believe the
brother? What's that
don't be,
brother? Gibbs White and that.
nah,
Like
don't believe the scoreline. They've got players like they've got
I'm
good
believing it.
players.
If we get an early goal, they're gonna get stuffed.
Fair play, fair play.
There's
We get
usually
back
one
to
team
this.
that gets moved to on Boxing Day, and I think it's gonna be Nottingham Forest, bruv.
Fair
Um,
play.
the game on Wednesday, kind of football heritage, isn't it? Old school Division One football back in the '80s and that. Leeds United against Manchester City. Um, I don't know. It's what it's difficult to predict these games, obviously, because there hasn't been Premier League football for like 5 weeks and that. What Man City are we gonna get? Because there's been the majority of Manchester City players we've mentioned are in the losers section when it comes to the World Cup and that. Uh, do you think there's going to be sort of a hangover going into the Leeds game?
Nah, that's the thing about the advantage of all your players coming back early, bro. Going into the camp, training camp. It's like a fresh new preseason. I think City's gonna slap them, bro. Like a
Ooh.
statement, just to show everyone that we're
Ooh.
back, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's what I think. Because personally, all these City players, they should be fit and ready by Wednesday. We're talking about next Wednesday, because City's got Liverpool first. Yeah.
Yeah,
So
Liverpool on
that's
Thursday, then they've got
yeah.
6 days
So
to get ready
you know what I mean?
for
That's the
Leeds.
perfect start to get back in the swing of things, isn't it? So I think by Wednesday they're gonna what's that word? Proliferate. At least they're gonna they probably slap them for the six you're talking about. But I can see a 4-0 City 4-1.
Whoa.
Give Leeds a goal. Give them a bit of credit because they're at home in it. So, but I can see City just taking it. You know what I'm saying? Slapping them. 100.
I think it's going to be difficult because Leeds just run around, innit? They're just like them- they're like you. If you got a little brother, they're like having 11 little brothers, isn't it? Little annoying little brothers just run around and cause problems, and they're a
Yeah,
nuisance. That's what Leeds are, innit?
yeah.
I think the same Leeds that went to Liverpool and got a result. I don't know, I think that could be one of those games. Again, I'm going to go for Leeds.
Wow. Leeds fourth. Hey, but I don't think you're gonna be saying that
Oh
after
wait, hold
Thursday.
on. Wait, hold on. I forgot they had Haaland, didn't it? Let me backtrack. Let me backtrack. Arrested Haaland. Sorry, Leeds. I'm gonna go Leeds 1, Manchester City 5.
So you gave them one more than me. I say four, but yeah, I get you.
um, I forgot they got Haaland. Arrested Haaland. Yeah, and then we got Premier League De Bruyne. Yeah. I'm gonna go. I think this is where City go on their run.
I'm saying, bro. I think they're gonna. Oh, you already know.
Yeah, yeah. But that is the Boxing Day games. We'll be back next week to review them, and then we'll look to the New Year's games as well. Um, Wait, it's been good to be back. Talk about some football again. Um, any final words, Ronaldo, before we depart?
Don't know, my bro. We're back for the love of the game. Stay
Yep.
tuned.
As always, don't forget to like, share, subscribe. We'll be back every week for the remainder of the season. We ain't missing no more football. Trust me. Don't forget, like, share, subscribe. Um, Tell a friend to tell a friend. Come on, man. We're giving you quality content every week, man. Like, you're not getting this on Sky Sports, bro, with Jamie Redknapp and them, man. There are you? Come on. But
For real.
yep. Big up, big up London Casuals and Richie Spice for having us there to watch the World Cup final on Sunday. Big up them, man. There. It's nice to see everyone and that.
Yeah.
Other than that, we'll be back next week. Skirvin should be back next week. Um, well, I don't know, man. He ducks out after halfway through the episodes. His electric meter runs out after time and that, but it's all
Come
right.
on.
It's all
Go
right. I'm
easy.
joking.
Go easy,
I'm
then,
joking. I'm
Scott.
joking. Swerve
My
will be
brother.
back next week.
Yeah, yeah.
But yeah, man. Bless up for the love of the game.
Don't
Peace.
know. Peace. Love.
Peace.